fake ass jackal looking guy.
Hey,
What's up, everybody? It's Nice Guy Indie Podcast. You know what we do? We watch wrestling. We talk to wrestling. It's Wednesday night. We are having a recap show. Lobo and Henry from Big Kahuna Barbecue had to cancel today because they were at no, they went to Sean's
John O'Patrick.
Sean O'Patrick's funeral. Rest in peace, John O'Patrick. So we're going to be doing a recap show of what we did last weekend. We got Orange Cassidy coming out. We got AEW on the front TV here. We got Orange Cassidy coming out with his new belt. We're going to recap UCW Caravan Super Show. Caverna. That's a Caravan. Caverna Super Show.
I was not at. I had a family function to attend.
Yeah.
That's okay. We got the
family
size of
function.
shirts.
No, sir.
He's fucking his old lady.
Hey, we tried telling y'all he would get some
and
food
we're going to
train last
recap.
night.
We're going to recap Resurrection 2. New South Wrestling. We was down there too. So this weekend, Sean Johns was there. He had got him some pussy already, and
Whatever. Stop.
and he was there at that show. Jay Lethal was down there.
Yes, he was.
AEW guy. There was 2 AEW guys down there.
Yep.
Brian Pillman Jr. was one of them.
Brian Pillman Jr. and Jay Lethal.
And not to mention OVW's very own Ari Alexander.
Oh man, we met so many people this weekend.
Hey, Jonathan Barnes.
What up, Barnes?
Burns,
Hey, he
The
ref
referee.
the main event.
huh?
He ref the main event of UCW.
Are they
he did.
teaming up?
And he was part of Marcus Johnson and Stan Sierra.
Yes, he was. Jonathan Barnes, man. Chris Blade, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Chris
Man,
Blade?
you better show up and bring your brother.
Howdy ho!
You better bring howdy ho. Well, that's not how he said it, because saying it like that sounds like Mr. Hanky off
It really
South
does.
Park.
The Christmas poo.
It's Sting.com.
Can he really be an icon?
He is an
Wait.
icon.
His Twitter's now just at Sting, not Icon Sting.
Hey, you want to know, Sting the singer and Sting the wrestler? Sting the wrestler actually owns the trademark. He charges Sting the singer $1 a year to use it.
Dang. He had my man is making some money.
He better be back tomorrow. Hey, Crystal Jans.
You know how much money he can fucking make?
Yeah, but he's only charging them $1 a year for Sting.
I guess
He should charge more than that.
he must.
Well,
Did he blow
yeah, I
him or
know.
something?
Oh, God. Oh, Sting. What? Is that his version of face paint? Just typing OC.
I guess so.
Did Sting blow Sting?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's.
I wasn't.
Come on, Sean. That's the real question.
I don't want to know if Sting blows Sting. I don't want to know that shit. Johnny does.
We're being real journalists around here. People want
Yes.
to know these things.
We want to know these hard
I don't want to
questions.
know if they wear boxers, briefs, whatever. I don't care.
Is that
Sean.
how Sting got the money? Is because he got blown by Sting?
Sean, you're not a real journalist, then.
I'm not claiming to be. What the?
Oh, here comes
He's still
Boxhead.
Oh shit! I got.
I will only accept it if he comes out wearing a box. And no, he's
he
not.
ain't coming out with no box. And who are the other nerds?
Oh, Bobby
Is that the
Russell.
Butcher in the Blink?
Hey, Bobby Russell just sent us 100 stars. He says,
What up, Bobby
respect.
Russell?
Shout out to the Nice Game Podcast. Thank you
What
very
up,
much,
brother?
brother.
Thanks, Bobby.
Oh, here he is. Donnie
Oh
Green
God!
said, my
Stop,
man.
Donnie.
I
That's
guess
your
Bobby's
name,
got to
man.
wear doink the
Yeah,
clown,
clown makeup.
makeup this weekend, right?
Yeah, and guess what? Every man with 2 fists has a fighting chance, Donnie Green.
Just don't say the other quote. We're good, Johnny. Save it for a later date.
Oh, you mean about
No, not that one.
hey
Don't
man
say-
loves beer?
no. What up, Danny Plowman?
Yes, unfortunately.
Hey, say what you will. You may not have liked dressing up like Sting, but you've lost a couple of bets, Bobby Rassles, and you have manned up and gave your word.
Brandon Wolf said,
The first time you dressed as a common, you wore a lucha mask.
as Bobby Dito.
Bobby Ito stolen from Fandito, but we'll not go there. We're forgiven because he's been cool to us ever since.
No,
And then
Bandito
this week
bestowed
you
that
lost.
name to him.
You dressed as Doink. You wore the Doink face paint. So you know what? You're a man of your word. When you lose a bet, you honor your commitments.
Hey,
There's lots of respect for that, Bobby.
we got a lot of people chiming in. We got Brandon
Oh,
Wolf.
sorry.
He said it was awesome meeting y'all this past weekend. YouTube Brandon Wolf,
That's
Joshua
right.
Cunningham. He said, "What's up, guys? It's good seeing y'all Sunday at New South Wrestling."
that's right,
Hell
Josh.
yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Congratulations, Brandon Wolf, on winning the championship down there at UCW.
He finally won the title and culminated a story that lasted for a long time. That's long-term
Was that that
storytelling.
four-way where each
Yep.
one had a different...
He beat Flynn. He pinned Flynn.
That's it.
Yep.
Flynn. Okay.
We met Flynn too.
Woohoo, what's up, baby?
And if he hadn't,
On
he
the
would
road
got
in
his head
Ohio.
shaved.
Oh, you poor thing having to be in Ohio. Hooty hoo. Man, that's sad, buddy.
Hey, Sean Johnson from Ohio.
Like I said, I feel bad for him.
Donnie Green says this. So, do you think Cody wins at WrestleMania? Does Roman keep the title? Your thoughts?
I don't think Cody's winning.
I think Cody is.
I
winning.
think Cody will win because from what I've been reading online, Roman's going to take some more time off.
It's just yeah, I think that's I think they're just saying that because like it's just obvious that they want Cody. They just pushing it that Cody's going to win. I just don't think they're going to just put it out there that Cody's going to win
But
and give
Cody's
you.
gotta
Cody's
win.
gonna win.
No,
Cody's got to win
No.
because his
Yes.
dad never won the WWE title when Dusty Rhodes is his dad.
And also,
So he's going to win.
yeah, but I
because
don't
his
see him.
dad-
They should make it longer. They should make him run out.
oh,
They should make him chase the title for a little while.
No.
Chris, we'll talk about that in a minute, buddy.
What
We
I
don't
what
know
I
what
think
we're
is
doing
going to happen.
Saturday night.
This is what I think is going to happen. I think Roman Reigns is going to win, and then Roman Reigns is going to give up. He's going to give up the belts, and then they're going to split the belts up, and Roman Reigns is going to go take some time off.
my bad, brother.
He said Josh Cunningham. He
Cunningham.
honestly didn't mean that, Josh. It's
I could
no,
have sworn
no
I said
disrespect, dude.
Cunningham.
And you were not being rude at all. You were just
Okay, Donnie Green agrees. He said Roman keeps the title for 1,000 day mark.
Yes.
Cody will win the title, but not at WrestleMania.
I do
No.
see Jay turning on Roman.
I think
It's bound. It's the story. Oh, a piece of trivia, y'all.
Finally, he's gonna do some.
I ain't going to do
Trivia.
some fucking trivia right
Hey,
here.
it's been a while since I've been here and been able to do it because I've been trying to show respect to the guests. But we don't have guests tonight. It's just us.
Just us.
Here's a piece of trivia.
Sting, Blue Sting.
No, the first person ever. Oh, make sure it's plugged in right. To pin Roman Reigns when he made since he's made his main roster debut was none other than Jay Uso.
Okay.
That's true.
You know, I'd like to see Jay take one of the belts off of him, but I think that they're gonna I think that Roman will win, and then he'll come in Monday night. He'll come out on Monday night and like give the titles up and be like, I'm going to go take some time off, like.
no, that'd be crap because he got to.
If he was
He
a
got
baby
built up.
face,
And then they're going to split
what's
up the
Chris
belt.
Young?
They're going to split up the belts. They're going to do the brand.
I don't see Solo.
They're going to do the brand
But
switch.
then again, you never know about Solo.
They're gonna they'll do the brand they'll do the what is it the draft, the brand draft,
Yeah.
the
and they'll
brand
switch
split.
it all up. They'll have a tournament for
One of the belts.
both of the belts, I
Both
guess.
belts.
Really on both, like one for be SmackDown, one be
The Raw
And-
title. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Cody will end up with one of them probably at some point.
I think that's the plan.
Yes, and Sammy will end up with one probably.
Yeah,
Uh,
Donnie Green's right. He won't give them up.
That's right. He won't.
Roman don't put out, so he won't give it up.
You don't
That's
think,
right.
you don't think he'll just just let the
I don't think so.
No, that would
If
be
he was a
bad.
babyface, maybe, possibly, but I don't see that.
I can see him coming
But
in and
then
say,
again,
"Hey,
you
I
never
beat
know.
everybody. I don't have this. I'm taking some time off. I'm out of here. Here's your belts."
Maybe.
Well, y'all don't see that?
I don't see
He
that.
might could.
I know Roman wants some time off, but
That'd
he
be the
gonna do
great
like
way
that.
to. That'd be the best way to separate the belts. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah, but
If Cody wins and he's got both belts, and
can
I don't think
separate
I don't think the storyline's been long enough for Cody to win. Like I think Cody has to go through I think Cody should go through a bunch of shit to get those belts, and then when they should put another storyline
This whole-
in like the bloodline.
This whole build-up has been with Sammy and Kevin, and you hardly see Roman and Cody. So I
Yeah.
can see your point.
Yeah, I think that Cody needs to chase the belt for a while, trying to
I've seen
somebody
some.
win it and he'll go against it and try to he comes up short and then finally like at SummerSlam or next WrestleMania he ends up winning. Like maybe SummerSlam, maybe in the middle.
Actually, the brief times that we've seen Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns talk, they built this storyline just through their talk.
Yeah, but Cody's come in, he got injured, he come back, won the Royal Rumble, and then now it's just like a dud of a storyline.
Doesn't feel like it does to me after what they built up.
I just think that Cody needs to chase the belt for a while, and then when he does actually win it for his dad, it'll be a big deal.
That's not how they're painting it.
Yeah, I know that's not how they're painting it, but I just can't see them giving us. They're painting it like they're going to give us. They're going to be like they're already telling us that Cody's going to win, and I don't think that they're giving us that.
DJ Hootie Who said Kenny Omega makes this WWE. I doubt
Oh,
it.
if he does, that'd be great.
But he ain't going to.
Well, what I understand is that the AEW doesn't have no complete calls.
Donnie Green said this. He said,
Cody's
God,
whole
he
career
said-
is the build up.
What is it?
Cody's whole career is the build up.
that's right. Every time that Roman and him's been inside the ring together and they've talked, or him and Heyman's been there together, I don't care what y'all
I'm
say.
saying it now.
They've been building it up.
Roman is not going to lose those
And I'm
belts.
saying it
Okay.
now, he is losing those belts.
Not to Cody.
Yes, he's going to lose the Cody.
He's gonna lose him
Because if not to
You know what?
Cody,
He's
who
over
else?
930 days as champion.
I think he gets
He could go
1,000.
to an even 1,000 and then say
That's
hell with it.
right.
Wait till Money in the Bank.
I think he says,
Or
"Hey,
whenever the next pay per
I
view
think
after
he.
that one.
Hey, just imagine.
Wouldn't be Backlash,
Just
but
imagine.
one in June.
Just imagine if Roman gives up the titles.
He ain't gonna do that.
I'm just saying. Then on the Monday he gives up the titles, takes a whole year off. Just imagine Cody ended up getting the belts, and imagine next WrestleMania when fucking Roman comes back and wants his belts from Cody.
I think they're gonna split the belts up, and Cody wins.
Oh, we got John Gilbert inside
What
house.
up,
He
Big
said, "What's
John?"
up, guys?"
What up, Big J? JG.
I'm telling you though,
I'll stop that right now.
I feel like
Okay.
Cody beats him after he hits the 1,000 mark.
Yeah, he said
John-
Josh Cunningham.
Cunningham.
I said Cunningham.
You know what I thought they should have done with the
Sammy had
Usos?
the title one, just was knocked out, but I
What-
see him and
what
Kevin
I-
Owens taking it off the Usos.
What I thought they should have done with the tag team champions is like let Jay and Sammy go up against Jimmy and Sikoa for the and then so Jay takes the blue belt and then Jimmy takes the red, the Raw belt, and they are go champion against champions
But then Jay ended up turning
Because
on
they were
Sammy,
all-
and that kind of killed
they
that
were-
whole vibe.
because they were all Usos anyway.
Yeah.
So you could do that.
That's true, but
What's
That's
up,
what I thought
Andrew
should-
Duke
But the
Browning?
but the
What's up,
storyline
buddy?
would-
That's my bodyguard.
but
right
you
there.
got to think Jey Uso,
Oh,
his
they
mind's
screwed
a
that up.
wreck. He had to choose between either he's an Uso or Sami Zayn, and he chose.
I think he
the
should have
Uso.
left. I think he should have left the bloodline and went with the Sammy, and then him and Sammy tag team up against
I've
Jimmy
heard
and
those same
so.
rumors, Josh Cunningham.
What is it?
He said, I've heard rumors saying Roman will keep it for 1,000 days, then a week later, Roman losing the belts.
That's true.
I would like to see it.
Where's he
Does
losing
he
it?
be
At
the-
Backlash?
I think so. Or Money in the Bank after that. I think
mean-
that's it. I'm not sure.
I just can't see Roman Reigns losing at WrestleMania because he's one of the biggest stars ever now.
But that'd be the best time
Yeah,
to
but
lose.
think about this. If not Cody, who did?
What the? Oh my
He
God.
ran through everyone.
I don't think anybody's good enough.
Oh my God. Look at Sting.
That's
I
right.
love it.
Donnie Green said can't split them up.
Is this the guy that was down at
Kip Saban?
this guy with the purple? Wasn't he down at New South?
No,
No.
he wasn't. He was the one that was sitting in the crowd with a box.
Oh,
Oh, that's the one that had the box on his head.
Yeah.
DJ Hootie Who said Cody about to pin Roman and the rock music hits.
That
That
or here's one.
he could
Here's
come
a-
out and
Here is a scenario I
Save
want
us.
to run. I'll throw out there. Roman pulls a win out of his ass and defeats Cody. And then he's out there celebrating, grabs both belts at WrestleMania or Los Angeles or wherever the hell they're at. Acknowledge me.
And he dies in the middle of the ring.
And then, what the fuck?
Why
Just
the fuck would he die?
just falls down and dies.
Why would he die?
That would be fucked up.
That would be
Let's
morbid.
not wish that.
You've gone to dark
I'm not
route,
wishing
Andy.
anything.
But shit.
Guys, his opinion
But
is
no,
not mine.
as soon as he says, acknowledge me, and then out comes The Rock's music hits.
And it ends up being not The Rock. It ends up being Alpha Sokoa.
No, he's not signed yet.
You think Rikishi shows up at WrestleMania?
He should.
I mean, they got a whole council gonna be happening Saturday. I mean, this Friday.
Really?
Yeah, the whole bloodline.
The whole bloodline's going to be there?
No, I
You think Rock will show up?
It's the Rey
Fuck.
Mysterios, I think.
Oh, fuck Ray.
Is it that or?
That's one I want to see.
So you
But
think that Ray's having his
want
last
that-
match at WrestleMania against his son?
I think so because
I think he is, but here's the deal.
No.
Dominic has to let the Hall of Fame happen on Friday night.
Y'all listen now. Sean's got the dildo.
What the fuck?
he
No.
does got the dildos.
I do not have a dildo.
You said here's the dildo.
No, here's the deal, though.
Do. Dildo.
Shut up! Dominic has to let the Hall of Fame go on. I can't, no. He should not come out when Ray's going to go accept his Hall of Fame induction, and then Dominic comes out and beats the shit out of his dad. And go.
I don't know. They should
Actually,
do
I would
that.
like that.
They got to do that because like the Hall of Fame has become like really
It's-
fucking boring.
It's sacred. It's one of the few things in this business that are real.
So does Dom come out and break kayfabe and
Are
like
you
thank his
saying
dad?
I'm not
I-
saying he should be there, stand
How's he not
back,
going to be there when his
pick your
dad's
nose.
doing the Hall of Fame? you know?
Sir, may I ask, how's it boring when they're telling their stories of the road?
It can be.
I've
Remember,
never.
Taker went about 4.5 hours.
Well, he wasn't.
I
Was
enjoyed
it?
that.
Yeah.
It should have.
That-
As
that
much
was-
as I like the Steiners going into the Hall of Fame last year, Vader, who all else went in? Besides Taker, Steiners, and Vader. There was some the
trying to
others.
remember.
Last year should have just been Taker. That's who needed it all. The others we could have done this
Yeah.
year, last year, whatever.
Vader was way overdue though.
Vader, yeah.
Big Van
but
Vader.
Vader's career was better in Japan and WCW when he went.
Yeah,
to
but
WWE
the Great
after about
Muda has
6
never really
months.
been in WWE, and he's going in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, a lot of
Really?
wrestlers that weren't part of WWE were inducted
Andy
into the Hall of
Kaufman
Fame.
never-
I
has
think
been,
you're going to
but-
see. I think you're going to see the WWE Hall of Fame change in the Triple H era because, like, he's gonna acknowledge other wrestlers and wrestler companies, and it's going to become a more of a real.
Donnie Green
What's
said
next?
that
They're going to sign Tony Presley. Hey, that'd be awesome.
Booker T's wife got inducted.
Yeah,
last year,
that's
too.
right. Thanks, Josh. I forgot.
Also, Donnie Green said there will not be any bullshit at the Hall of Fame,
There shouldn't be.
but there will be Friday.
There should be.
Friday night is the Hall of Fame.
No, they should fucking.
It is this Friday.
Not this coming Friday.
This Friday is when the Rey
I don't
Mysterio
give a shit
Council
about
is
that.
going to
So is Dom going to be there, like, to
I
hear
didn't
his
watch
dad
Raw the other night. I
be
just didn't
like?
give a
Are
shit.
they going to break kayfabe for him to be there to put his dad in the Hall of Fame?
No, he's not going to put him. Conan is.
I know, but is he going to
they're
be
bringing
there
him
to like in the
Dominic's
audience?
not going to be out there. He's just
Hey.
going to stay in the back or
If it were
go in
me,
the parking lot and jerk his butt or something.
it was me
Or go fuck-
writing it. Dominic
Yeah, I don't
would
know.
be there, but instead of acknowledging, he'd just give a Rey Mysterio a stare down and remind him WrestleMania in just a day. You, me, 1-on-1.
Yeah, well, it makes it like
But Ray's like, nope, not going to happen.
it makes it hard because he's Rey Mysterio and him's having a match at WrestleMania. Like, do you like?
Have they announced it yet? That
Not
they're
yet.
having that match?
Not
They're
yet.
building up to it. And Ray keeps
Yeah,
saying,
they build
"No,
up.
I think
not
that
gonna-
that's going to be
not gonna
Ray.
Fight my kid.
Did
Y'all-
y'all hear the pop that the crowd had for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens? That's the pop that's going to happen when Rey Mysterio finally beats the shit out of
Or he
Dominic.
just says, all right, you little bastard.
So does Rhea win?
Not you, Johnny.
Does Rhea win the championship?
I think so
She's
because
due. she is due.
She's had it once
But
before,
hold
right?
on. If they do it, they're going to have to split up the Judgment Day. Because she's on Raw. And then fucking Charlotte's on SmackDown. So she's going to be leaving Raw.
Or Judgment Day ends up going over to SmackDown and she wins.
Or you think they'd do the switch, the belts? Like they did with yeah. I mean, do you think they switched the belts like they did with Becky and
Charlotte? Like
Charlotte.
they did before they
could.
over?
They switched the belts over, remember?
Yeah, that was stupid.
That was stupid shit. All right, well, let's not talk about WrestleMania no more because we'll probably have a whole weekend. We'll have a whole show that we can talk about that.
That's true.
At some
true.
point.
We
want to talk about what we did this weekend.
That's right.
Sean, tell them who you banged this weekend.
Oh, first off.
We know he had some Poo-Tang this weekend.
Yeah, he said, I can't go to Caverna with y'all. I've got family things to do.
All right.
A likely story.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm not talking. I don't talk about that on the air.
He won't give the deets.
I had some Ponan I had to get.
No, that's not it.
Hey, that's okay because we went to the UCW Caverna Super Show.
There you go, Johnny.
Me and Johnny went to UCW Caverna Super Show, and we actually, I guess we told him we was coming, didn't we?
Yes.
You told him we was coming?
Yes.
And when we got down there, man, we drove 2 hours to get down there. These guys, when we showed up, were the nicest people. The UCW was so nice to us. We want to thank you guys. USWF, and TCW.
Yep,
was
I'm
down
wearing
there.
their shirt.
This was all their promotion together. I think this show was all theirs together.
Yeah.
First person we met was
Jimmy Walls.
We met Jimmy Walls. He was
Rated
outside
X.
and
Rated
X, and he was. Like, I walked up and I said, Mr. Walls, how you doing? And he just shook my hand and was like the nicest guy you'd ever meet. Very quiet to us at first.
He is.
He's like, well, I was like, you got a table for us? Can we set up and do it live? And he was like, well, let me go talk to the guys. And then he went inside. I guess he talked to Terry England. I guess he talked to Brandon T. Wilson.
Yep.
And he comes back out and he says, yeah, you guys can come in. So we went in.
And then they found us a personal table.
Brung us a table, got us a round table like we got here. They've been paying attention. It was white when we set up. We didn't have any chairs, but that was fine. We butted up against the bleachers. And
that's right.
We set up our equipment, and those guys...
We were next to the trash can, too. The nicest trash can you'll ever be.
They put us right next to the trash can, which was cool with us. And they were the nicest people. They were just so nice. Jimmy Walls was like, he's just this older grandpa looking guy, like a sweetheart of a man, And then when he comes over and he gets on the
mic,
he gets on the mic with us. He just goes the fuck off.
He just becomes Rated X.
Rated X comes out. He impressed me so much with that. Like, he just came out, and then when he got in the ring, they put him in the Hall of Fame that night too. So him and Psychomedic, Tony Corral,
Cody
Matthews, J.R. Rock.
Tony Corral come out and get into it with Marty Clay.
Yeah.
Who was the lady?
Saw that on the live.
We had Jesse Bell.
No. Who was the lady that went into the Hall of Fame? It was the referee's wife, wasn't it?
His wife.
Yeah, she went into the Hall of Fame too. I can't remember her name because the crowd was so popping that I just couldn't hear their names.
Hey, can we just talk about that crowd too? That was an exciting crowd.
The crowd was amazing.
When we got there, I didn't know what to expect. Then I started seeing the seats filling up, and I'm like,
"Well, we got there.
WrestleMania.
We got there early. Remember, we got there at 4. Between 4 and 6 was the meet and greet.
Yep,
and there was a hell of a crowd during the meet and greet. And they said, "Well, we haven't even opened the doors yet." I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, this was just the meet and greet?"
Yeah.
And then they opened the doors, and then the fucking bleachers filled up. But the bleachers filled up all but right behind us.
Yeah, behind us. They didn't want to get caught on camera.
I think they didn't want to catch the Lexington Cooties because they thought we had cooties, I guess, because they didn't want to sit behind us. They didn't want to get on the. I guess they didn't want to get on the live. I guess I wish I'd had people behind us, but everybody was just squished in, and they had a big old section behind us that nobody was sitting in.
Hey, We also had.
Unless Johnny was farting, I couldn't smell it. My nose was
I
stuffed up
didn't
a little bit.
fart. Maybe you farted, and they're like, "Good Lord, someone cut the cheese."
Maybe they was sitting in the trash can like we was.
Y'all shouldn't be farting during the show.
I don't fart during the show. I'm a professional.
Oh,
damn
so
it.
they had what was it? Zach Harris and Deputy.
Yeah.
That was the first match.
Tyler Lee Deputy.
Tyler Lee Deputy was the first match.
Yep, and it was the pre-show match.
Pre-show match. Zach Harris like pinned him like 3 times. Like they just kept restarting the match. He's like, no. Tyler Deputy was like, and then he pinned him again.
He dug his own grave 3 times.
3 times, and then
actually, I think that was 4 times. I think they restarted a 4th time.
Yeah.
Just to make a point.
Oh,
still got beat.
During the show we had on, our one of our favorite guys is Marty Clay.
That's right. And guess what?
He's jacked.
Yes, he's jacked. He's the Jackinator.
He comes over and sits with us, and then fucking everybody was going at him.
Yeah, we had Tony Crowd comes over there. Next thing you know, they start getting into a heated argument. I was right between them. I thought that Tony Crowd was about to swing at him. He said, "You run all the time, Marty."
That guy.
Oh, Jimmy Walls is on. Hey, what up, Rated X?
Hey, Jimmy, how you doing, man? Appreciate you so much, Jimmy Walls. You were so nice to us. I know you're not known to be the nice guy, but you was really nice to the nice guy in the podcast.
It's Hartnell, not Harris.
Harris, was it?
It's Hartnell, Zach Hartnell. That took on Tyler Lee Deputy.
Zach Hartnell. I'm sorry. I think he's I think that was his shoot. I think his shoot name, right?
That's
Zach
his.
Harris is probably his shoot name. But okay. Anyway, I appreciate you, Jimmy. You was great to us. We appreciate your hospitality, man, and that was awesome.
When he got on the mic, it was like Radio X came to life.
When you got on that mic, man, it was incredible. It was fire. It was fire. But like we was talking about Marty Clay and Tony Corral. Tony fucking Corral is fucking scary, dude.
Yeah, he came out there.
Huh?
He was ready.
He's a little messed up, dude.
Dude, he's fucking he is intense, dude. Like when he gives you that fucking look, like, oh my god, this motherfucker gonna rip my head off.
Ready to tear Marty's head off. I was between. He said, "You always run, Marty."
Then we would try to go to WWA shows if we ever can, dude. Sometimes life and jobs get in the way, Josh.
That's right.
Well, we'd love to go to every show, man. If you guys out there can send us a bunch of money, so we don't have to do our shoots jobs, we could. We could.
Yes, y'all.
We would go to. We would do this full time. You guys would get like 5 more shows. Y'all probably get a show every day, and then we'd be at every show during the rest. Because this is what we love to do. We love to sit here and talk bullshit to each other and goof off and talk about good wrestling.
Have Rated X call in, guys. He's a legend. If he wants to, he's more than welcome.
If he wants to, Rated.
Let me give him the number.
Yeah, give him my phone number. Let me see if we're even connected. Y'all can give me my phone number.
We'll get a chance, Josh. Thanks for letting us know.
You can have my phone number anytime. Like I said, man, Tony Corral is intense, dude. Like, he was up there. He scared the shit out of me. Like, I'm like, I thought he's going to beat me up.
He was ready to tear Marty's head off. But he said, Marty, you run a lot. But then he ran.
Yeah.
Marty's like,
stupid idiot. I saw that one. I had to walk away.
Hey, not only that, but then Marcus Johnson come over. And Clay's like, your son considers me a hero.
What is it?
They're both going to slap you for getting their names mixed up.
Sean, as much as you mixed up names, you've never been slapped yet. But yeah,
I mix up names all the time. I'm sorry, guys. I just my brain goes 1,000 miles an hour, and I just can't.
Marcus Clay and Marty Johnson. That's their new tag team names.
So we invite Marcus over, and I guess I forgot that they have so much heat with each other. So I invite Marcus over, and them two go at it each other.
The most thing that really pissed off Marcus Johnson, I've never seen the man get angry before, but then he heard Marty say with a confident smile, "Your son says I'm his hero." You all have seen the fire coming out of Marcus Johnson's eyes.
Marty had some of the people came up, some of the fans came over and was telling Marty how much they liked him and stuff. And that's a difficult beef. And those both Marcus Johnson and Henry Shaw are going to be on the show tomorrow night.
Yes, they will be.
And those two guys are so likable.
Favorite wrestler.
Those two guys are so likable. It's hard to pick which side because I find myself liking both of them. Let me see who's this.
Oh, someone's calling in.
Hello, you're on the podcast. Hold on a second. No, hold on. What was behind that? Go back. Okay. I'm still learning this equipment. I've been doing it 3 years. Hey, you're on the podcast.
Hello, guys. What's going on? It's Rated X here.
Oh, Rated X.
How are you, sir?
Rated X.
How you doing, Jimmy?
I'm good, guys. How y'all tonight?
Oh man,
Good, brother.
we're good, man. We was telling everybody, but we're recapping the show that we went down and watched down there with you guys, and we appreciate you guys being so nice to us down there.
Oh, no problem, man. It was great to have you guys down there. Glad y'all could make it.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man. Like I've said, you kind of look like this nice old grandpa, and then like you get on the mic, man, and you're on the you get on the mic and you're fucking fire, man. I was like, this guy's fire, like, because you didn't really say much to us when we got there. You know, you said hi to us and everything, and then you came over.
Brother, let me tell you something, baby. Rated X live and in living color right here.
That's right,
Hell
baby.
yeah, man! That's you came on. You
It's
got
like
on.
Rated X took over.
You got on our mic, man, and we was like, "Oh man, that's the Rated X I remember right there." But
Exactly.
that's awesome, man. We appreciate you guys. You and Brandon T. We got to beat Brandon Wilson down there, and he's really nice too. And
Don't
we
forget
didn't
Terry England.
Terry England. We didn't really get to talk to Terry because Terry's so busy.
Yeah,
but
Terry. And once he gets to counting that money,
he did. He
Guys,
did announce that.
No, Terry. Hey, let me smarten y'all up. Terry was not busy. Terry was behind that chair, sitting at that table, and all he was doing that night was working on tickets and counting money. That was
I
it,
knew
bottom
it.
line. And he wasn't gonna leave that briefcase to come out and talk to y'all. Just so you know.
He was he was thrilled to death. Wasn't he?
Hey,
His little
when
heart
they
was
mentioned-
pounding real hard.
when they mentioned $10 being underneath a fan's chair, Terry England's eyes
He'll
got
push
big
that
and wide.
chair-
He started
he'll push
looking around for that
chair
$10.
over and get that
I
$10.
guarantee it. I dropped 2 pennies in the back, man, and he tackled 2 guys to get to it.
Oh wow.
I've heard all those stories about Terry England.
He did announce that we were there, and that was awesome, man. You guys had a packed house, man.
Yeah, and that show always. I mean, it always draws really well down there. Of course, you know, we had a true WWE Hall of Famer and the Godfather down there with us, doing the meet and greet with us and for us. And the matches, in my opinion, were off the chain. You know,
They were so good.
anytime-
There were so many good matches.
There so was.
yeah. It was good, man. I mean, all those guys, they know what they're doing in the ring, and so it's a good deal, you know.
And you got inducted into the UCW Hall of Fame.
Yeah, how's that?
Yes,
How's that feel?
Yeah, man. Anytime your peers pay homage to you and you know build you up, blow up your balloon, there's nothing greater, you know. And I just appreciate the fact that they put me in the Legacy of Respect Hall of Fame at UCW. Of course, I'm in the MWA Hall of Fame. I'm in the Kentucky Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame on the Facebook deal that is run, and so and been in that for several years. But you know, it's just when people pay credit to you and what you were able to do in the business. You know, it's a good deal, man. And I appreciate it so much.
You are a true living legend around here. You really are. Everybody goes over on you every time your name comes up. Everybody just says how much they love you and how much they loved your wrestling.
Especially when Chuck E.
But good, yeah, man. Hey, I'll just tell you this: all the boys that you've had on your show that know me, they know, and you know, big props to them because they were awesome as well. But I am proud of the fact that when I was on a poster, when Danny Fargo put me on his poster for the MWA, I was to draw fans. You know what I'm saying? I was able to get a crowd in our building. And, dude, we had 500 chairs on the floor at Georgetown, and they would be full every Sunday night, and they would be standing on the wall.
Yeah, we hear that. We hear that was legendary down there. I wish, you know, who owns MWA? Like
Chris Hayes.
He still owns it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dirty Chris bought it from Dale Mann. Started it. It was called Mid-Continental Championship Wrestling, and he sold the Georgetown leg of it to Danny Fargo. And so Dale went back to Bowling Green, and Dale was running USA Main Event is what he changed it to. He was running that in Bowling Green. Danny was running Georgetown under the MWA banner, and then Danny turned around and sold it a few years after that to Dirty Chris Hayes.
Yeah.
And when Dirty Chris Hayes bought it, that was pretty much the end of my deal with MWA. And I came down and I started USWF down in around Danville, Lincoln County, Stanford, and we had a show in McKinney, man, and it was as on fire as Georgetown.
Oh,
to be
really?
totally honest.
Yeah.
Heck
My God, yeah.
Heck yeah. I mean, you hear so much about MWA. It's like, I wish that somebody would just take the name and like maybe have a big show once a year or something just to tribute that name.
Oh yeah, it deserves that, because I'll be honest with you, man.
I want a T-shirt.
Well, I've got several here somewhere.
Oh yeah,
Oh, sounds good.
yeah.
But I was the heavyweight champion up there. Like it was 19 times. I held that MWA title more than any guy to ever come through there. So
Wow.
yeah,
No wonder you're a legend.
yeah, man. Well, I got to wrestle Dundee. You know, Bill Dundee up there in Georgetown. I wrestled Tracy Smothers. I wrestled Paul Diamond, who was on WrestleMania right there in Georgetown, Kentucky. I wrestled Tony Falk and George Weingroff and Rip Rogers, Doug Vines, Billy Marino. I mean, the list is just unbelievable. And I was.
You mentioned Terry.
Fortunate.
You mentioned Terry. I mean, Terry Smothers.
Tracy
Smothers. I mean,
Yep, Tracy Smothers.
yeah, his name comes up every podcast.
Dude, Tracy and I had a riot in Georgetown, and they called the cops in, and I swear to y'all, it's the biggest can of mace I've ever seen in my life. It looked like a fire extinguisher of mace that they brought out there to get the people, because I turned heel that night, and I had Tracy waiting in the back, and we beat the piss out of everybody in the building.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
And the people
I think we heard
went
about
crazy.
this already.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they threw every chair on that end of the building. They threw them up on stage at Tracy and myself.
Oh, wow.
No kidding.
That
Hey.
must be, man. To look back on that, it's probably scary when it was happening, but to look back on that yourself, like how do you feel about that situation? You get goosebumps when you think about it.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Because I mean, when you jerk at people's emotions like that, and when you're able to manipulate somebody like that, man, there's no greater feeling. And I'll be honest. I mean, I've had police escorts out of Estill County. We were doing the fair down there, 6,000 people in the stands, and we shut their midway down on the fair. And by the time I got through with the microphone, dude, they had to call the state cops to get me out of that place.
Wow.
The
You had
same
heat.
thing up
You
in
had heat.
the mountain. Oh yeah, brother, I was a heat magnet. I get more heat
Yes.
than a three-pecker Billy goat.
Hey, we'd like to get you inside the studio to talk about the stories.
Yeah, we'd love to get you in here.
Well, hey, I'm going to do that. My thing is like I still do training. I train guys down in Somerset on Tuesday nights, and you guys do what, Wednesday, Thursday
Yep.
night pod?
Yep.
Yeah, we do.
So I would probably be more open for a Thursday night to come in and talk to y'all. So yeah,
Yeah, that'd be
Sounds good. I'll
great.
hit you up.
That'd be great. Whenever you're ready, man. It don't have to be no big hurry or nothing, but we definitely want to get you up
Cool.
here. And whoever else you want to come with you can, like, who would you like to have here?
oh, it don't. Dale Bass has got so many stories, and I can make fun of him
Yeah,
all night, so that'd be funny. And Bobby Blade, I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
man, me and Bobby Blade go back to the days when we first broke in,
yeah.
and we were together. And another guy by the name of Jeff Vickers, who was country cousin.
Shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chic After Shot. I mean, the three of us, man, we went and did TV up in Evansville, Indiana, and road trips and stuff. And just had a blast, man. We had a ball together.
Rest in peace, Sheik.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Jeff was just a good guy, man. He was.
We're
he was.
actually
He was-
having Kelly kicking Kelly in
Yep.
soon,
Kicking Kelly.
You know-
Charles.
and then we're gonna have
Dude,
Donnie's going to be here with him.
I wrestled Kelly Charles at Georgetown, and his whole family showed up and bought front row seats. I thought I was going to have to fight Kelly's whole family that night because they were trying to hit the ring.
I think Donnie told us about this.
Yeah,
I
he
think
told
Donnie
us
told.
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man,
yeah,
we
it was
we
great.
love Donnie Green. Donnie Green comes over here all the time, because he's close, and he comes over.
Dude,
He's going to be hosting that show, co-hosting that show with me.
Yep.
Well, Donnie, Bear, Al, Chucky, you couldn't ask for better guys. You know,
Oh,
honestly,
they're
you couldn't.
great. They're
And,
great guys.
dude, we transitioned. You know, after Danny sold MWA in Georgetown, we transitioned to Mount Sterling. And that's where Chadwick and myself, see, I was the first guy that Jim Chadwick ever managed. I brought him from behind the mic as my manager.
Yeah.
And we tore up Jack, Jim and I. We just clicked, and we started the Gentlemen's Club over in Mount Sterling. And we worked for Danny over there some, and then Shane and Booty Parker and Colonel Tom, they started their deal in the same building in Mount Sterling after Danny left, and we went and worked for them, and man, we had that place on fire as well.
Wow.
I mean, they wanted to kill us every night.
Yeah, we wish Jim was, rest in peace, Jim. We wish Jim was still around. Like, tell
brother.
Like, man, imagine the stories that he could tell. Like you and him in here in the podcast studio.
Oh God.
That would be
Man, he passed on my birthday. Now, is that not ironic?
Man, that's I don't know if that's he was trying to pitch you over that day, I think.
The Big Al says it's the biggest rib that's ever been played.
He tried to steal your heat that day, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, man. But I love Chadwick. I'm telling y'all right now, you guys don't understand what the business was like back then and what the crowds that we drew. We did 4-day loops, and Fargo would bring in like the Bushwhackers, and we would do 4. We'd start on Thursday night. We'd do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
And we did that I don't know how many times. And man, when I come off the road on Sunday night, come home, I was carrying bank because, brother, let me tell you, gimmicks sold, the payoffs were good, and we had a blast.
Heck yeah, sounds good. So, Sean was around back then,
Yeah.
wasn't you, Sean?
Yeah.
He was a big fan back then. He was at a lot of those shows.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
We were mainly at the Continental Inn up here in Lexington. You guys would come out.
Yeah, hey, I was the first and only Continental Inn heavyweight champion. What about
That
that?
That is true.
Yeah.
I was there
That's
the
a
night
big-
you got crowned.
Is that right? Yeah.
I've actually seen you wrestle a few times too. I wasn't so much as going, but I'd go to some of the shows every once in a while. I've always been a big wrestling fan because I was around a little bit too. But
Yeah.
you know, Sean was at a
You
lot of
actually
shows.
inadvertently saved me from getting beat up by Bobby Green.
Oh, Big Bobby or Little Bobby?
Little Bobby.
Okay.
There was some kind of like fatal 4-way tag match. You were teaming with somebody. I forget who you were teaming with. And I just, for some reason, I had real hatred towards
Bobby Green, young Bobby Green.
Bobby Green.
Yeah.
And
Well, everybody hates Bobby Green. You're not
that's
the
true.
only.
Yeah.
I was telling him he's number one. I'm giving
Man,
him the word and all
Right.
that for. And I wasn't paying attention to you coming out. You were coming out. Yeah, he can't strut. Don't worry about him. I'm like, you inadvertently saved my life, not even knowing it.
Well, you know,
I've told Bobby this. He goes, "What'd I do? I have
Bobby
feelings."
Green's one of those guys that's just like he just has a look on his face like he's gonna fucking rip your head
Yes,
off
he
at
does.
any moment. Like he
First-
just got that. Like
Yeah.
that Tony Corral. Like he's got
Yeah.
Tony Corral has that look, and Bobby Green has that look too. Like he's just gonna rip your fucking head off at any moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's I'm gonna tell you right now, Big Bobby and Big Donnie,
Yeah,
they were legit.
yeah.
They would beat the dog piss out of you.
We heard Donnie and Bobby talk
Yeah.
about like them training with
Yeah.
their dad. You know, with the
Yes.
Big Bobby and Big Donnie, and that
Hey.
they were crazy.
Hey, me and Jeff got to work. We got to work with them and had a program with them. And I'm telling you right now, I love Bobby and Don. Those two.
Yeah,
I mean, rest in peace, Big Donnie.
yeah.
He was awesome. Donnie was awesome. Bobby was awesome. I mean, we had a ball together.
Yeah, Bobby's still around. We was going to have Bobby, little Bobby wants to have him and Big Bobby on at some point, and we'll probably do that at some point. We had it scheduled, but I don't know what something fell through with it.
They had to pull out.
Yeah, they had to pull out.
Okay. So I'm telling you, Big Bobby's a good dude. He is a good guy.
Yeah, that's what we hear. That's what we hear. We would like to have him in here again, you know, at some point. But yeah,
Yeah, man. I just had all my VHS stuff actually with Bobby Blade. I took all my stuff to Dale Bass. Dale transitioned it over to Bobby, and I finally got all of my VHS stuff back on DVD.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, I've got all the Georgetown stuff that we filmed up there. I've got a ton of that stuff on DVD now.
Wow, did you give
And
it to Bobby? Let Bobby put it on his YouTube page? YouTube channel?
Oh he's got it. Bobby's got I'm sure he made a copy for himself. And a lot of the times, Bobby and myself, we would be taping at the same time back then.
Yeah.
Because we were the only two guys that would really tape the show. And I would tape the whole show. And Bob, I think Blade Steve-O did the same thing, I believe.
Bobby, every time he's on here, he says he wants to kick himself for not taking, like he'll right now take pictures with everybody. Like when he's at the shows, but he's like, man, back then they would call me a mark for taking pictures, and he's like, I wanted to take so many pictures with
him. He's still a super Mizark, man. Bobby Blade is I'm gonna call him out right now. Bobby Blade is a super Mizark.
Yeah.
But I love him.
We love him to death, man. We love him to death. He's like, but he still kicks himself. He's like, I wish I took a picture of this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy, but
yeah. I told the guys Saturday. I told Brandon Wolf. I don't know, there was 4 or 5 of them standing around there before the doors opened. And here's the cool thing. The Godfather is the coolest dude ever, man. Me and him sat and told stories for 2.5 hours before the doors opened.
Oh, man, I'd love to have been there then. Listen to that.
I'm telling you right now, it was freaking awesome. And man, he, Godfather was cool as heck. We talked for over 2 hours just shooting a bull, and it was like I'd known that dude my whole life. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't get to meet him. I didn't want to go over there and I didn't want to bother him. Like those big guys, the guys that are WWE guys. Like for me, somewhere I'm not scared to talk to him or anything. I'm not scared to talk to anybody. I'll talk to anybody, but like I just feel like that I just don't want to bother them. Like, I don't know. I probably need to get over that because I probably need to talk to these guys. But like, they've been, it's like somebody, I don't know if they love it or just like, yeah, but man, there's one more guy wants to talk to me. I wish they would leave me alone. I don't know if that's like that or what, but
no, he was super.
Yeah.
He would talk. He talked to everybody.
Yeah.
He gave time to all the guys and girls in the back.
Yeah.
Anybody that approached him, he was open and he talked with them. And he wouldn't giving people advice, and he wasn't better than us. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of those guys were big time, not him. And the same thing last year. We had Boogeyman down there.
Yeah.
Last year, he was the same. He was cool as could be.
That's cool, man. But I need to get out of that. I need to get out of that because I got this podcast. I need to get out of that. Like I don't want to bother them. But I need to get out of that myself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you need to.
I don't mind bothering. I don't mind bothering you or any of the other guys. I don't know why I was like, I get to that point where I'm like, I don't want to bother the Godfather, but I should have went over and talked to him because he was standing over by himself, and I could have went over and talked to him, and I just didn't.
And think about this: he had a long line of fans just lined up out the door when we got there.
He did, man. He had such a long line, like that during that meet and greet.
Yep,
that meet and greet was awesome, man. Y'all guys put on a hell of a show down there, and we do appreciate you guys letting us have a table and treating us like y'all known us for years, man. That was awesome.
We even furthered the storyline between Brandon Wolf and Flynn when they were on the show.
Oh yeah, Brandon Wolf and Flynn came over and they went at each other.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Flynn.
Hey, I'm telling you, Brandon, Marty Clay, Marcus Johnson, those 3 guys right there are the cream of the crop right now.
They are. Yes, they are.
They really are.
Yeah, Marty could go. Marcus could go, but, Marcus has got family and he's got a career.
Yeah.
But those guys are good enough that they could go and you could,
we're big
Brandon
fans.
Wolf.
We're big fans of Marty.
Size, but he's awesome.
We're big fans of Marty. We're big fans of Marcus. We've been around those guys quite a bit. We haven't been around Brandon so much.
Yeah, I know Brandon though. I'm a big fan of him.
We're big fans of him. I just haven't talked to him. Oh man, he was awesome, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, Stan brings it.
He's like his presence like there. He's just got that star quality. He's just that guy. It seems like.
I ain't never seen him as I saw him before he left the podcast. He looked at Brandon and he said, "Don't you ever say that about me again like that."
You talking about Flynn?
Yep.
Yeah, Flynn. He said Stan Sierra, but Flynn's he's a pretty good wrestler too. Flynn.
Yep.
He's a cool guy, man. He came over and talked to us and put us over too. And Brandon was so good to us. Came over. Tiffany came over and talked to us.
I wish that Stan would have. He probably.
Yeah,
would.
I mean.
Yeah. We just didn't get to talk to him.
Stan didn't, for Stan to come out there, they would want to be fighting him. So that's why he stays at the
That's
back.
true.
Yeah.
And you know what?
But I was pleased with Jessie Bell Smothers, what she said about me when when I was inducted.
Yeah.
When you got a person like that, talking about you and that kind of stuff, and for what she said and for what Tom Wing said.
Such a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart, man.
Yep.
And
it's good. It's all
a
good.
Great worker. Like she worked that match really good. Like she was, on the outside of the ring, but she was impacted in that match. That was the match that she was involved in.
Her dad would have been proud.
She would. And then she came over and talked to us on the podcast. Actually, helped Marty Clay with when Marcus Clay was over.
Yeah,
Marcus Johnson was over there, and I'm messing people's names up, but. Yeah, she helped with that situation. Then she came back over and talked to us.
And she's gorgeous.
Just like she is gorgeous. Yeah, sweetheart.
She's a pretty girl, no doubt.
I got heat.
Something Bobby Blade will be surprised about is I don't know if he saw the card or the lineup for that Caverna show, but Chris Michaels was in the main event, and Bobby Blade and Chris Michaels probably wrestled more in Georgetown. I know he wrestled Chris probably quite a few times in Georgetown, so Bobby Blade would have enjoyed seeing Chris there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Bobby would have fucking been there giggling like a little kid, man. He definitely would have, because he is, like you said, he's a mark, but he's like the biggest wrestling fan there is.
He's an awesome guy, too.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, he's the biggest.
Well, guys, you got to be a wrestling fan to do this. There's got to be a little mark in everybody. To do this, but. I go back to the Georgetown days, the MWA days, and I'm telling y'all right now, Saturday night was hot, but Georgetown, if you could multiply it, was probably 2 times that.
Wow.
And that's every Sunday night. That was 54 nights a year. It was every Sunday, Christmas night, Thanksgiving night. We were there.
Wow. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, we need to get it back to that, man. We need to get this Kentucky wrestling back to that. Do you at this point, do you think there's too much wrestling going on right now with like so many on the big leagues on TV, and then like everybody's having we can leave out here every weekend and go to a different show. Right,
but the answer to that is no.
Yeah.
But what I think there's too much of. There's too many guys that run shows that don't know the wrestling business.
Yes.
There's too many guys that are in the ring that don't know the wrestling business. These new guys want to change the business. And to me, they disrespect all the old guys and gals that came before them when they say, oh, you got to evolve. No, it's good versus evil. It's, it's getting pulling emotions. It's pulling heartstrings. You don't need to change that formula. Just because you think that your 3 super kicks and 4 Sabada Haas is what should happen out there, that's not the way it should be. If the people can't follow you, what does it matter? All the moves in the world. If people don't follow that, it doesn't matter, man. It don't matter at all.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. It's like if you're doing too many fast spots and people are just, they just can't keep up with it. Like,
You're gonna make me get on my soapbox, man.
It's the
I love it.
To me, wrestling's the best when you got the baby come out and you got the heel, or you got the heel come out first and work the crowd like slowly, and then you have the baby like come out, and then like the heel runs from the baby for about fucking 10-20 minutes.
And forgotten that less is more.
And it's less is more. Yeah, that's what Anthony Presley says. Less is more.
Think about Saturday night. The crowd was now to me, they were the loudest when Stan and Marcus were in the ring.
Yes.
They didn't stop from the time that they started. That when the bell rang, the people were up till the bell rang when Stan won the belt.
That's right.
They were on that deal. And that's the way it should be. It should be that big, ugly, bad guy and that pretty baby face pulling at those heartstrings. And
Stan, he worked the crowd like
he really did.
He worked the crowd like he had the crowd going like before even Marcus came out, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Marcus came out second.
Let me tell you what the problem with wrestling is.
Yes.
today.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
get up
The
on that
guys
box,
that go
man. You deserve it. You earned the right to
guys
say what you want to say.
Here it is. It's very simple. Guys go to the ring. They try to entertain the boys behind the curtain instead of those people sitting front row.
Facts.
That's why you only draw 80 people at shows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
Facts.
why we don't do that on our shows all summer long. We'll start our fair tour at the 1st of July, and we go June. We go June, July, August, and we will be going constantly fairs. And none of our shows will be that way because the guys that are on those, they know how to go out there and get the crowd reaction. And that's what it's about. They don't care about the boys in the back. They entertain the people.
You know, when you go to one of these shows like we just went to, you want to feel like you're part of the show.
Exactly.
The fans want to feel like they're part of the show.
Exactly.
And then when, you got a guy come out like Stan did and like just automatically just started shitting on the crowd, and they were like, they were shitting back at him, and it was just the best thing ever. I loved it.
And as soon as Marcus Johnson came out and that music blared and he started doing the dancing, the crowd lit up even more because the babyface was coming out.
Exactly.
To take on the heel.
Exactly. Like he shit on the crowd, and then now the hero comes out to save everybody.
Right.
That's just
That's what wrestling
That's
misses.
wrestling right there.
That is-
versus
that is-
equal,
yeah.
David versus Goliath.
And there's
That's what Georgetown. I'm telling you, man. That's the way Georgetown was every week. Every week. Whether I was wrestling Tracy Smothers, whether I was wrestling Abyss, Prince Justice, whether I was teaming with Wildcat Chris Harris and me and him had the tag belts together, it didn't matter. They wanted to see us win if I was good. And when I'll be honest, I was good 6 months and bad 6 months.
Yeah.
In Georgetown, because I'd go 3 months spurts. I'd go 3 months as a baby face, 3 months as a heel, and the only reason we did that was to sell gimmicks.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
Honestly, because I would sell out on my last night as a baby face, and I'd work 3 months as a heel and get everybody pissed off and hate me. And then when I turned back on whoever I turned on,
Sell out that first night.
Yeah. Game on.
Yeah.
It was play ball again.
Man, who had who had the chemistry down there? Who had the plan? Who orchestrated that? Like who do you give credit for like making that MWA down there big like you guys? Like was it a collective thing or was there a big mastermind behind it?
No, it was. Here's the thing. All of my matches, every deal that I did was I called it. I come up with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fargo would look at me and he'd say, "Jimbo, what you got?" And I would tell him, and if he liked it, he'd say, "Go for it." If he didn't like it, he would tweak it, and then we would change it a little bit and go for it again. But the stuff under me, I would think that Danny called it.
Yeah.
Because we never had one guy that we went to other than Fargo.
So you think it was because Danny Fargo was just so open to let guys do what they, not over management. He was just open to let guys do what they thought, they needed to do.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember, Danny worked for the original Sheik up in Detroit. He went to Puerto Rico as the Mummy. He was down in Texas working for the Blanchards, him and Eric Embry. And Danny knew that, he worked guys. He made money in this business, so he knew exactly what the people wanted to see. And he told me one night, he said, "Jimbo, we can't go out there and do all this stuff because next week you're going to have to kill somebody."
Yeah.
He's like, "Feed it to them slow,
Yeah.
And I didn't understand it at the time, but when I caught on, I was like, "Oh, yeah, that makes sense," because you can't. Yeah. You can't have Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, and Valentine's Day all on the same day. It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Let me ask you another question. Who taught Rated X how to be Rated X? Like, who taught you? Did you just learn? Did you just learn over time, or did you just kind of like, hey, this is natural. This is what I need to do. This is like, or did you watch somebody before you? Did you learn from those people, or did Danny Fargo help teach you all this stuff? Or
well, the voice I developed because I didn't want to sound like the guy that's out in the backyard,
Yeah.
I wanted to make myself distinct from everybody else that was on the microphone. Number one. Number two, when I started getting on the mic, I was like Jimmy Swaggart, brother. I could preach to you.
Yeah.
So that helped a whole lot. You know what I mean?
And you just loved it. You just kind of you just got a reaction from the crowd, and you're like, "This is what I need to do. This is what I need to do."
Yeah.
And I get that reaction. This is what I need to do.
Yeah, every week you would do something. The people bid on it, and if they bid on it or if they farted on you, you know you went the wrong way, so you'd have to go back to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's how we did it. We just learned on the fly. But man, I don't know. Fargo told me one night. He said, "Jimbo," and this was when we had Abyss, we had Suicide, Bobby Blade, Tracy was coming in. Tracy was bringing in guys with him like Paul Diamond, Wolfie D, Andy Anderson was in Puerto Rico, coming to Georgetown. And we were doing a MWA versus ECW feud. Okay.
Yeah.
And Fargo told me we had Rob Williams, Dynamite Rob Williams, we had Wildcat Chris Harris, and me. Three baby faces. Fargo told me one night, he said, "Jimbo, you're my Lawler." He said, "Because you draw the girls and the guys. They are my Dundee because they draw the girls and the guys hate them."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Really?" He said, "Yes, indeed." He said, "You're my Lawler, brother."
Wow. Okay.
Now, and another compliment that Jim and I got one night. We were wrestling Handsome Jimmy Valiant in Nicholasville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
And we went out and we did our deal with Boogie. And when we got to the back, Boogie told us, he said, "Boys, I'm going to tell you right now, brother, you can take your deal and go anywhere in the world and make money with it for what you two guys do."
Oh, wow.
And
That's a big
I was like,
compliment.
"Holy shamoly, brother. Did you hear that?" You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Did you hear that?"
Yeah, that was a great compliment coming from him.
And that was high
Oh,
praise.
yeah.
So
that that's the thing about the business in Kentucky, man.
yeah.
You had the godfather of the business literally in Dale Mann. Dale was and still is a legend in Kentucky.
He's passed now, isn't he?
Yes. Yeah. Dale passed. Yeah. We unfortunately we lost Fargo. We lost Dale Mann. We lost Big Donnie Green.
Smothers.
We lost so many guys that were Tracy. God, if you sit and just listen to Tracy would teach you anything you needed to know. He would watch your match. He would critique you if you asked him. But here's the thing about guys. Half of them didn't even ask him because, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense.
Yeah, well, maybe they were starstruck and they just didn't just get like I do. Just didn't want to bother him, I guess.
Well, it could be. I mean, I used to go to the mountains, and Jim White, who was Jerry Lawler's, one of Jerry Lawler's original tag team partners, him and Sam Bass, Jim White, Jerry Lawler, Sam Bass. Jim was down in Corbin, around London, Corbin area, and we were doing TV down there. And here's Jim White, and these guys didn't even ask Jim White to watch my match. What do you think? What can I improve on? And I told them, I said, "Boys, you got a legend in Jim White sitting here, and you're not even picking his brain. What is wrong with you people?"
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was fortunate enough. I always did that. Anybody that, if I was around somebody and I got comfortable with them, I'd be like, "Hey, if you don't care, watch my deal and tell me what I can improve on."
Yeah.
And the guys did that for me,
So, and you're that guy now. You know that, right? You're the guy that everybody should be picking their brain.
Exactly.
Brother, that's why I train on Tuesday nights down in Somerset, Kentucky. I've got a class right now that's got 8 dudes in it.
Hell yeah.
Dan Sierra comes by sometimes. Marty Clay comes by. Marty's there wanting to learn more because he's Marty Clay actually picks my brain.
He's awesome, man. Marty Clay is so impressive, man. We're so impressed by him. He's one of our biggest. Like we're a big fans of him, and we actually get to interact with him all the time. He'll like we go down to New South Wrestling, and we're down there on Sundays, and we do lives, and he's always coming over to our table, just messing with us and just joking around with us. He loves Fandito. He loves Superfly Johnny Lee. He's just a big fan of ours, so and we're a big fan of his too.
I gotta tell you, buddy, I enjoyed the story they told where he said he had to stretch someone because they tried to say, "I don't have to do this card and shit," and was laughing about hurting people.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Well,
people like that needed.
Marty's going to be a big star at some point, I think.
Yes, I think so too. Actually, we got word down there Saturday night that there's a possibility that he may be able to get in front of some WWE guys that are talent, bookers and things like that.
Yeah.
So the possibility he might be able to be seen by some good eyes. So hopefully,
and I think, I just don't think he the way his attitude is, man, he's not going to forget about any of us either. If he hits it big, he'll be the same guy, I think.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
Guys, if you think back about Georgetown, just the guys that came through there earlier than when I was there. I mean, you had Lou Thez in that building.
Oh, wow.
You had Randy Savage, Lanny Poffo, Angelo there.
Yep.
Doug Vines is another guy that you don't hear a lot of guys give credit, but Doug Vines is a freaking legend in Kentucky, man.
Yeah.
He should be. If people don't know who Doug Vines is, a lot of people know him from ICW. But if you ever got to know Doug Vines and ever got to share the ring with him,
is he still
phenomenal?
Is he still around or no?
Yeah, he lives down in Russell Springs, Jamestown area.
Maybe we'll get him to call in sometime or something, or get him to come up here to the podcast or something.
That would be awesome, man. Doug is very reserved, very quiet, very laid back type of guy.
And
but
we want
to,
and talking to you and talking to Donnie Green and talking to Bobby Blade and talking to everybody, we want suggestions on people to bring into the podcast or people even to call. We and we appreciate if there's anybody that you like, hey, you guys ought to talk to this guy. Just suggest them to us because we're open up here to talk to anybody that's was involved with MWA back in the day, like anybody from Kentucky legends like yourself. We want to talk to you guys,
and we love to hear the history too.
Oh yeah, we love all the stories.
Yeah, and we appreciate that. Now, I'll smarten you up on a little bit. Guys, probably they were more reserved. They came from a different era of wrestling.
Yeah, we understand that.
So everything was kayfabe. Now you can go and talk to the guys the new guy. I'm talking to the young guys. You can go talk to the guys that was on the show Saturday night, New South. Wherever you go to, they're going to spill the beans and tell you everything. It was just like Dyron Flynn.
Yeah.
Back when I was in Georgetown, if you were the heel, you didn't go out in front of the people till it was your match. They stayed out there all night. And I made the comment. I said, I have never in my life seen a guy that's trying to get heat be out trying to sell his autograph or whatever. I just didn't get that. You know what I mean?
It's a different game now. And they do the guys with the guys that, the heel guys, quote heel guys, they out there signing autographs too,
That's true.
Yeah, but which was, in your opinion, back in the day, was that better or is it better today? In my opinion, back in the day, because you had that secrecy a little bit.
Yeah. Me as a fan, back in the day, I went to a TNA show down in Lawrenceburg, and some of my favorite guys are heels, like Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe, and I don't know if Samoa was a heel back then, but Booker T and all those guys. I wanted to meet those guys.
Actually, I enjoy
right
because I guess I'm a heel myself.
Actually, I enjoy when a heel doesn't interact with the babyface.
But so
we got Bobby Green watching.
You had all the,
Hell yeah.
You had all the baby faces out there, and those really wasn't the guys I wanted to meet. I wanted to meet Kurt Angle, and those guys wasn't out there. They were, still back then. They were still doing the, the heel stuff like that, like you're talking about. So, like me, I like me as a fan. I understand you as a, you as a worker that that shouldn't be, but it's definitely changed. It's definitely changed.
Well, there's a difference between then and now too, and when we were doing our thing, it was all about how many dollar bills we could take home every night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if a guy, I've heard guys say, "Dude, if you put me on that show, I'll do it for free."
Yeah.
Back then, if you made that comment to somebody, you'd never get booked because they would say straight up, "You're a Mizark. Don't book that guy. He's a goof."
Yeah.
And now it's a common deal, just so they think people will have eyes on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we did legend shows down at the Pulaski County Fair, and we brought in guys like Greg Valentine and Bundy and Hacksaw Jim Duggan and the Steiners and Bobby Eaton and Tracy and Ricky Morton. I mean, every year it was different. Ming, Haku, all these different guys we'd bring in down there, and I would crack up laughing because I would have to supply the undercard guys, and they would be starstruck. But those guys were there for nothing more than a dollar bill, and my guys were there working for free.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the difference in the business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So,
well, you know, like
guys, I've taken enough of your time. I'll jump off here.
We appreciate it.
We thank you so much.
Pleasure, my friend.
We thank you so much for treating us like you did down there at your show. And guys out there, and fans, guys, if y'all are down there in Western Kentucky, check out USW. Was it USWF is yours?
Yep.
Yeah, my deal's USWF. Terry's is UCW, Ultimate Championship Wrestling. Mine's United States Wrestling Federation. We start the fairs. We'll be in Boyle County, Lincoln County. We'll be 2 nights at each of those. We go to Russell County for 2 nights, Taylor County for a night, Jefferson County up Nicholasville. We'll be up there again. Golly, I can't even think of the dates. There's so many. E-Town 2 nights, Western Kentucky State Fair, Marshall County. I mean, we're all over on this fair tour.
Hey, if you got anything to promote, feel free to call us back. You got my phone number now. Say next weekend you got a show. You call us on Thursday and put over your show. We'll give you 5 to 10 minutes to tell everybody about it. Because
right.
We have, like, us going down there on Saturday, we realized how many fans that listen to us down there. Like, there's people walking up to me like that I didn't. We watch this show and that show, and like we have so many fans down there. So there's people that down where you're at that watch us. So they want to know. So you use us anytime you need to.
And also will bring in new fans for them too.
And we appreciate you calling, and we appreciate you being so nice to us. And we look forward to coming down and doing another live at one of you guys' events. And man, I can't thank you enough.
We appreciate you.
No problem. Hey, thank you guys. Hey, come down on one night of our fair tour because we do. Come to Lincoln County on the Friday or Saturday night, dude. I'm telling you right now, it's freaking on fire. It's on fire.
Hell yeah.
It just is. So yeah.
Thank you, Jimmy. Cool. Is there anything else you want to put over? You got a show coming up, or anything you want to announce right now?
Monticello is coming up for the UCW TCW deal. That's April, I think, 15th. Don't quote me on that date. You can go to their websites and pages and find out. But yeah, they've got a good show coming up in mid-April. So, but other than that, I'm just getting geeked up for the fairs, man.
All right. So, thank you, Jimmy.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Hey, text me your. So many people call in. Text me your name. That way, after the show, I'll know that this is your number.
Okay, cool.
All right,
Kirk Patrick wants real quick to tell you.
Is Flynn call it?
Oh, he's going to.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it?
Flynn.
Oh, that's
Hendricks.
Unknown caller.
Is this him?
Yep, I think so.
This is Nice Guy Indie Podcast. Who we got?
You got Flynn Hendricks on the phone.
Hey, Flynn, how you doing, buddy?
Brother, I am tired. I just left the rehearsal from set, and I am dead-ass exhausted, but I couldn't miss this opportunity.
Rehearsal? Right. What, you got a movie you're doing or what?
Yep.
From what I can tell you legally, there is a film that is being recorded and doing all the stuff down here for Amazon that is either going to drop later this fall or early next year that Nicole Kidman is tied to, and I will be involved in that. So
wow, man.
Once it comes out, just keep an eye on my social media, and I'll have all the plugs for it.
Hey, when it comes out, dude, you call us, come up here to the studio. We'll blast it out. We're not huge, but we're not tiny.
Hey, we might do a watch along too. Who knows?
Hey, let's do it, man.
Sounds good.
Let's do it. We're big fans of yours, man. We met you down there. You called in when Omega was here. We're big fans of you. We loved.
He caught my attention.
We loved your match. We hated that you lost the belt, but you're
man. It was what it was, and I'll say it's. In my defense, it took 14 months for that kid to finally nut up and do something. But hey. Here's the caveat to that. And I just heard you guys were mentioning Monticello on April 15th.
Yep.
I'm calling for my rematch right there because Brandon wasn't even legal when he pinned me.
That's true. We heard that after the match. We heard that. I heard it several times from people in the fans that were talking. So, yeah, you do have
had help. So
you do have a case there. He wasn't legally tagged in,
Yeah. But, hey, I stand by what I said on the show Saturday. He needs that title. That title in this company needs me.
Yeah,
it is what it is. This last year has proven that. These last 14, 15 months now have proven that.
Man, you did a transformation. Like, you was over there talking to us, man, and you're like, all of a sudden you went from like nice guy to like this fucking this mean motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And then like the way you was dressed, like out there at your table, like talking to the fans, and the fans seemed to love you. Then when you came, you went in the back and you got into your gear and you took your hat off and you just transformed into something else, man. Like I just want to give it to you for that, because when you came out there, you got so much heat with the fans, man. That was incredible. You are a fucking superstar, dude.
Don't forget when he was on the show.
I appreciate that.
He literally was angry with Brandon Wolf that night.
Oh yeah, you went from like, dude, you went from like this, like talking like smooth and just being calm, and then like, bam, you was like this mean motherfucker. And I was like, this is love. This is great, man.
He said, here, take the mic, because I'm done talking to him.
And a lot of that comes from my real life background, man. Like I'm not trying to necessarily humanize myself, but I have a background in public speaking and communication. And I've got a very versed background as an actor too. So public presentation is always a big thing. And
you can tell.
Thank you. And I'll be honest too. I came into Saturday with a lot of piss and vinegar and a very big chip on my shoulder, because I'll be honest. As a wrestler for the longest time, I was the smallest guy in the locker room.
Yeah.
I had veterans. I had guys that didn't even have gear and should have done nothing involved with a wrestling show except buying a ticket, telling me I didn't deserve to be there and I wasn't going to make it. But here we are now headlining this show, and there were tons of other great matches on that show.
Yeah.
But for us to follow that, and those people want to see Brandon, see if he could beat me, see if Chris Michaels was going to have to retire, see if Francisco was going to pay $2,000, or see if I was going to lose the title. For them to wait that long and see that means that I don't know. I took it personally. I invested in it, and you guys kind of heard some of the real life stuff from the background that went into that. I took it seriously, and it all came out, and that was my moment. Win, lose, or draw, good guy, bad guy, however they feel about me, that was my moment. And I say what you will, that was it.
We have no doubt that anything that you do, you don't put 100% in. Like, because I seen you out there when you came out there, dude. I can tell that you've been in the gym. You're lifting weights. You're looking good, man.
He looks like a star.
You look like a fucking star. You do. Like I said, you transformed yourself when you came out of that. When you came out of that curtain, I just like, damn. He just freaking went from the guy in the guy in the regular clothes to this fucking superstar guy.
When you were inside your street clothes, we couldn't tell, but then as soon as you exit that curtain and you were ready to fight, damn, were you
absolutely?
And who was your tag team? Your tag team guy? What was his name again?
His name is Francisco Chiazzo, and but I mean where was he?
Yeah.
But he's got a legendary resume himself, man. I mean, we're not here to sing his praises too much, but that guy is one of the head trainers for WWN down in Florida, and he's got a very extensive background. Unfortunately, it didn't really get to come into play Saturday and work in my favor, but if I couldn't have had anybody else, it would have been him. So
he's we got him over there, and he came on the podcast for a few minutes. I went over and got him, and he was like so cool. He's like, yeah. I said, can I have you on the podcast? He's like, yeah. And he come over and talk to us. That dude is fucking thick, dude. That dude is a fucking.
He is.
He's like a.
And I don't.
He's thick.
Yeah, he's a damn bull. And the thing is, too, is he actually, we have a little bit more in common than people realize. But he had a movie that came out a few years back about his life as a journeyman wrestler. I don't know how much he's still traveling now, but in today's day and age, that guy literally was one of the guys running the roads from Florida to Kentucky to wherever else, taking bookings and making towns like they used to do back in the in the 80s and in the territory days.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out. If you get a chance, that you get a link to that or something. You got my phone number. Just text
absolutely.
me. After the show,
Sure will.
after this show, text me your name and stuff because I got so many people to call
Glenn
in.
Hendricks.
I get so many people call in. When I go back to look at my phone number, I was like, "Whose number is this?" And I'll end up texting you and be like, "Who is this?" And people are like, "Oh, you
Yeah, I
don't remember
gotcha.
me?" You know. So it was like, yeah.
Oh, you.
During
We
the
got heat now, motherfucker.
yeah, no, during the show, I was asking people like a couple weeks ago. I had so many people call in, and I was asking them, "Who is this?" and who's that? And they were like, "This is me, man." I'm like, so like just after the show, just text me your name. That way,
I recognize Flynn
Will do.
just by his voice.
well, I don't know. I can't tell like on my phone whose phone number is whose
That's
unless you
true.
text me. You know.
Exactly.
But so you're making a movie right now. You do voiceover. You're going to be in Monticello for your rematch.
Yeah, he wants that rematch.
Yep.
What do you think? What do you
And
think
then I'm
about
also-
Brandon? What do you think about Brandon Wolf? Do you think he deserves the title? Like you going to take it back from him? What's going to go on with that?
To say he deserves it is an understatement. In saying that too, I'm basing this on when I met him back in 2018, 2019, before I did step away to pursue acting. I saw him as a young kid that didn't necessarily know who he was, and he was trying to find himself. And when I came back, I'm like, okay, he's grown up a little bit, but then you see the same things. He's just a kid still trying to find himself that doesn't know if he wants to be a rock star, doesn't know if he wants to be a wrestler. He can do all these talented moves, and that clearly worked in his favor Saturday. He's very athletic, very engaging with the crowd. These people love him. But the thing is, was it a fluke? Because on my first night back, the first night we crossed paths again, what happened? January 6, 2022, what happened? He took his eyes off the prize. I got that title.
That's
Held
right.
it for 14 months. 14 months, actually going on 15, just, coming close. I don't know if I broke Omega's record or not. I hope I did. But, for that long, he could not step up to the plate. He could get close, but he finally got lucky, and he pulled a play out of my playbook. He took advantage of the circumstances, and you know what? He got one over on me. But the fact of the matter is, can he do it again? Can he do it when it's one-on-one? That's
Exactly.
what I want to know. Because
We're
if
about
he's
to
going to
find
be a
out.
leading champion, exactly. If he's going to be a champion, if he's going to carry the weight of this company, or if he's just going to be transitional and pass it right back, he's got to step up to the plate. He's got to put that time in that I do. He's got to be in the gym 5 days a week. Because I'm going to go ahead and give you a straight shoot right now. I heard you guys talking about Marty Clay and having, eyes on him from WWE. I did a WWE tryout 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
I
really?
lost 20 pounds. I lost 20 pounds to get ready for that. And then I'm still, as you guys saw, as you mentioned, I'm still training.
Yeah.
I'm still acting. I'm acting, outside of that movie that I'm doing. I'm traveling for acting like I travel for wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm doing all this stuff on top of being a husband, being a father, and making podcasting. So I'm doing all this stuff, and yet I was still able to carry that company. And, even on the shows where Vic wasn't there when he was champion at the time, I was headlining. I was carrying the UCW banner with pride. I was doing it all. And it's getting me worked up right now just talking about it, because I sacrificed so much to make that happen. Because like I mentioned earlier, I had so many people telling me that I wasn't going to make it, that I wasn't good enough, I wasn't this. And now those same people are either out of the business or trying to work with me now. So
Exactly.
if he can't carry that load and put in the same time that I did, he's not going to make it.
Yeah, I can see you getting the belt back. I like Brandon, and I think he can step up and bring in and put some fans in the seats. But he's not you.
Absolutely. And see, this is the thing too that really sets me apart from those fans. And you saw how aggravated they got with me before the match even started. But the thing is, I hate getting stagnant. I hate being in a comfort zone. I could just coast on my laurels and say, oh, hey, I held it for 14 and a half months. What's left to do? No, I want more. I want to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
And, Brandon had it for 9 months. He had my trainer as an opponent. Big damn deal. I beat him how many times? And you're going to sit here and brag about this, brag about that. You beat guys that played wrestling.
Exactly.
I was your biggest win. So let's see if you can do it again.
We're gonna find out if he can.
Yeah.
That's it.
So what else you got?
Don't
what else
get me
you got
wrong.
going on down there? You're out of Nashville.
Out of Nashville.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's a big city, man. Are you trying to run that place down there?
Dude, I'm trying to run people out of this place. There's too many people. There's too
Yeah.
much traffic. I want them to leave.
That's what I heard.
Lower my property taxes. Shit.
Exactly.
I love Nashville. I've been down there a few times. I love going down there. I love visiting Nashville.
Man, I was born and raised. I thought I'd want to move away from here at some point, but I can never do it. But if the traffic and the people would slow down, I'd be good, man. I'd be good. But yeah, right now, man, we got baseball season about to start up too, so I'm trying to get that in the mix and make sure my son makes every practice.
Do you usually just wrestle for UCW, or are you wrestling for other organizations too, or?
It's very sporadic.
Yeah.
Right now I'm doing UCW because Terry, in all honesty, Terry was the one that pulled me back from the acting endeavor, so I've got a lot of loyalty to Terry. I love that man to death. And it works out for the home life schedule too, because it's been very beneficial for that. Bad guy or not, my son gets to come and see this stuff, and he's in love with it now. But there's been some opportunities for some travel coming up. It's just gotta make it work on the schedule more than anything. It's been Mississippi.
I understand that too. We I got a day job. I got the podcast. We trying to go to these lives, and the podcast is getting bigger and bigger. It's like, it's
we love putting everyone
plus I got grandbabies and kids and, wife.
And you can't get that time back.
People are watching me. I took a picture with Miss Smothers down there at the at the show down there, and I posted it. My mother-in-law was like tripping about it, like calling my wife.
Yeah.
Who is this woman that Auntie is in the picture with? And I'm like, oh my God. It's like, come on, man.
I mean,
I'm a fucking,
she's a beautiful woman.
I'm a host of a podcast. I'm gonna take pictures with people. So
exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I understand what you're doing, man. I understand what you're going through. So
and it's
hey Flynn, we're
trying to find some sleep somewhere there too.
We're gonna run out of time here soon.
Yeah,
we still haven't talked about Resurrection 2. We went to New South Wrestling. We're gonna talk about that for a little while and try to get some of those guys to call in. But
you bring some fans now, Flynn.
You are definitely we are definitely fans of yours, and
I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. And it goes both ways.
You want to plug everything you can real quick and tell us where your podcast is and where we can listen to it at.
Man, okay, so I'm going to keep it simple for everybody. It's across all streaming platforms. You can find all that in my social media at Linktree/TheFlynnHendricks. I've got a link to my shop. You want to see what I've done on WWE? That stuff's on there. Podcast, social media, different charities and stuff. I'm a bad guy, but I still got a soft spot for kids and animals. So you want to donate to that, I got that on there too. You want to get some merch, I got all that. And then that's all Linktree/TheFlynnHendricks. And then if you're in the area, like you said earlier, make sure on April 15th, you're out at the Aspire Center in Monticello, Kentucky. Watch me call my shot, and we'll see if Brandon steps back up to the plate.
Hey, Flynn, you got my phone number, man. Anytime we're on the air, you can call us. If we're not on air, you need something from me or the guys, just shoot me a text or call me, and always got time for you, buddy.
Always message me.
Will do, brother.
And Johnny,
appreciate that,
we need to get you up here in the studio at some point if you're ever up this way and up towards Lexington, and you have some time, or Wednesday or Thursday night, we'll get you in the studio too. I'd love to have you in the studio.
Absolutely.
Yeah, everybody loves.
If we can make that happen, we will.
Everybody loves the studio. It's nice to have people call in, but when you get in the studio, we sit here and bullshit. And we don't always just talk wrestling. We don't always just talk wrestling, but mainly wrestling because we all love wrestling. But I like to get people in here, and we'll just sit here and bullshit and talk. Talk
life.
Oh yeah, just talk regular stuff, man. Because that's what we do.
That's right.
Hey, Flynn, thank you, buddy.
I'm all about it. Absolutely, guys. Thank you.
All right, bud.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, bye.
Guys, that was Flynn Hendricks. You got his Linktree stuff there.
Retro Wrestling Revival Pod said likes the studio setup, guys. Thank you, Retro.
Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks, Retro. We appreciate it. I designed all this myself.
I'm sorry, Donnie's got that rat's nest on his head.
It ain't no rat's nest.
They grow whatever way. He's trying to get them to.
How's this a rat's nest?
It's beautiful, Johnny.
It's beautiful.
No. Your lawyers, the lawsuit's been dropped. You can drop that. It's a rat's nest.
The lawyer never did.
My lawyer said I have to talk good about his hair.
Exactly. This ain't a rat's nest. Maybe back then when
So,
I was brushing it.
we have about a half an hour left. Let's talk about Resurrection
New South.
2, New South
Resurrection
Wrestling. We went down to New South Wrestling last weekend, Sunday.
Packed house there.
Man, we had a great show, guys. If y'all didn't miss the show, we had a nice guy in the podcast.
And we had Adrian Alexander as guest commentator.
Catering.
Yeah, we had catering too.
Show.
Yeah.
Lord, that food was bomb diggity.
Bucks a Muck.
Bucks a Muck catering.
Buck Catering came down there. The Nice Guy in the podcast
Lord, was that food delicious.
sponsor. They
Actually,
came
I'm
down
still
there.
savoring it inside my mouth.
They came down there and fed all of us down at the back. Fed all the wrestlers. Man, it was such a great card that night. There were so many stars there, Kentucky stars, and then we had Jay Lethal there from AEW. We had Brian Pillman Jr. there from AEW. We had
Alexander from
the guy from
done
Major
AEW.
League Wrestling. We had him there, right?
Myron Reed.
Myron Reed was there.
Yeah.
We had Mickey Midas there.
Hey, those two tore down the house.
They did.
They did.
And that was in honor of fallen wrestling referee Sean
SBO.
Patrick O'Connor.
Cal
SBO.
Magger was there. He dropped the Kentucky title to.
You know why he dropped it? Because he dropped the ball, man.
We had
He had Scott Diamond with him. We thought that'd be a sure thing
Yeah.
level to success.
I
but
thought
he's
so,
been
too.
successful when he's had booty juice, lemon juice McGee.
Oliver Gunner was there.
Yeah.
He took on Marty Clay.
Hey, Oliver Gunner got in there and started a little angle with Adrian Alexander.
Well, they got a big match this Sunday night, I think, at Grindhouse or Saturday night at Grindhouse.
One of the
Yep.
days at Grindhouse.
Yeah, I think it's Sunday. They have a match with
One of
each
them
other.
days, yeah.
Adrian Alexander is going against Oliver Gunner up in Grindhouse, guys. If y'all can get up there, Jeffersonville's only like an hour away. If y'all up there, go check that out because Adrian is the Nice Guy Indie podcast champion, and he is, he's a fucking star, dude.
Yes, he is.
If y'all didn't listen to his play-by-play down at
Lord.
on the podcast, we sat there and let Adrian do the play-by-play, and
Yes.
well, I didn't let him. He just came over and just
Hey.
took over the show, which
My
was great
man-
for me because I was just producing.
My man Adrian said, Andy, hit the road, Jack. I want to get on this. And he's like, okay, I'll do some producing then.
Yeah.
I'll just be right here
He's
off
like,
camera.
okay. You ain't
I
gotta
was
tell
just
me.
handling the sound because not always. I can't always produce the show, look after the show, and I'd like to somehow just sit behind the camera and like make sure the sound is great.
And
So,
we appreciate you, Retro Wrestling Revival Podcast. They said very entertaining stuff, guys.
Oh, thank
Great
you.
show tonight.
thank you. Share our links. Tell everybody about us, and we'll we'll do the same for you guys. We
Yes,
need to
sir.
check out your. Is it a wrestling? Is it a podcast?
Yep, it's Retro Wrestling Revival Podcast.
We'll check you guys out. We'll check you guys out after the podcast and see what y'all guys are up to.
We got new.
Spit it out, Junior.
We got new upstart tag team champions.
Yes,
Adam
they did.
Swayze
The
and Big Rex.
Box off blondes.
The box office blondes.
I think can't call them the Hollywood blondes. That's Pillman and Austin. But the box office blondes, Rex and Adam Swayze. Big Rex.
Dude,
is
I
shut
can't
it
I can't imagine anybody taking those belts off of them. Like fucking Rex is like 7
Rex
foot
is-
tall.
he's
Like he's
6'8".
big as who got the Kentucky championship there?
Misery.
He's as big as Misery, I think. Probably bigger, maybe. And he's like 7 foot tall, fucking go about 400 pounds. And then you got Adam Swayze, which is Adam Swayze's just he's just a cerebral assassin. He can
And
just
he is.
not only that,
he
but
does whatever it takes to win.
Not only that, but he's got that cue card, and when he says action, you're gonna damn well do action.
And then sometimes they have Miss Larkin in their corner.
Yeah.
Ooh, the most beautiful woman in the world.
Johnny, keep it in your pants.
Keep it in your pants, Johnny.
I'm not Chris Blake, damn it.
So anyway, they're the champs down there now.
Stuff's covering it up.
The upstart tag team champions, which I'm sure they'll be defending those titles at some point. Oliver Gunner versus Oliver Gunner versus Marty Clay. I think Marty Clay ended up winning.
Ended up in a
Marty Clay
wild
won?
brawl, security.
Oh yeah, those guys were
everybody
after
else.
each other. Who
Yeah.
ended up winning that match? Marty Clay
It
or
was a draw.
Oliver
I think.
Gunner won. He got a handful of tights or something. I don't know.
Marty was heated, man.
Marty was heated, and they got into it. That's gonna
be a big rivalry right there. That's gonna end up being crazy.
What about this?
Okay.
Why does no one challenge Adrian Alexander for our title?
You know, Adrian's got Scott Diamond in his corner, man, and those guys do what it takes to keep that belt, you know, and Adrian's so proud of that belt. He loves that belt, and he wants to keep it. So, guys, if there's anybody out there that wants to challenge Adrian, holler at him. You know, the title's up for, you know, the title can be up anywhere, anytime.
It just so happens Adrian is going to have a title defense, and it's at Legends Never Die, April 29th.
Oh, yeah, they're having that. Yeah, it's going to be against, who is that going against?
Oh, if I got to remember. Because I saw it a while back.
Mickey Midas.
Oh, yes, Mickey Midas, yeah.
The same guy. They were
Man. They were Mickey Midas was on doing commentating too for us this weekend.
It's like we predicted it because I told both of them, I said, hey, you impressed Adrian so much, he's thinking about he wants a match either against Myron Reed or against you. And Mickey Midas like, hell, let's do it.
Jay Lethal defeated Anthony Cotina in the main event, and which we kind of expected that. Anthony Cotina.
What about Dustin Jackson, the upstart champion, the X Division champion for New South Wrestling? He beat in the middle of the ring Brian Pillman Jr.
But guess what? He was getting his ass kicked for the majority of the match and pulled out that last second. Man,
win. Dustin Jackson's, he's got that. Everybody's always got 100%. Dustin Jackson has 101. He gets that 1 extra percent, and he's able to somehow always pull off the victory. He's
a star, dude. There's nothing else to say about Dustin Jackson, but he's a star.
He really is a bona fide star.
We're not doing these matches in order of they happen because we kind of sort of forgot.
Yeah.
But you know what? It was a great show.
It was a great show. The crowd was jacked all night.
And the catering was so good. Man.
I'm sure Brian Pillman Jr. is going to want a rematch against him because
he really is.
At one point or another. This coming Saturday. Now, normally, New South, they run their shows on Sundays. However, Derby City Wrestling, that's the name of the company, right?
Yep.
Okay, Derby City Wrestling is doing their first ever TV tapings. And a bunch from New South are going up there to show support, rock and roll, maybe even book talent. That's just wishful thinking on my part, so don't take that as gospel.
You guys going? Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to go or not.
On Sunday night?
Yeah, y'all going up there to Derby City?
We might.
Yeah.
Okay. We got nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Johnny could be home pecking his nose, but no, he wants to go.
No, these guys love wrestling. I love wrestling. I just, I had a big
wrestling.
South is this Saturday night, and if you weren't able to make it this past Sunday to see Jay Lethal, fret not, dear listeners and watchers and Facebookers.
He's coming back.
He's coming back.
He enjoyed it so much, he decided to do it twice.
Tickets, $15. You buy a family 4-pack, that's $50. You save $10.
Hey, guys, secret. This is secret.
$10 is better than not saving any.
This is a little secret. You guys don't have to have like a family. Like you can
just grab four
of your buddies, put a dress on your buddy and a wig on your buddy, and then y'all come in like a family. You know, that's and then get the you get
also
a discount.
Bring in a little person to pretend to be your child.
Huh?
Bring in the midget, that'll be the kids.
Oh, yeah. I just mentioned that.
Sorry,
I did it in such a more tasteful way.
I don't
bring in a little person, make it pretend to be your child.
I'm not tasteful.
That show down there was off the chain, man. Like
it was wild.
It was so many. It was like the shows were equally big, but like they were just different. Like they're just different. UCW does. That's why you guys need to go to independent wrestling because like all the shows are just fucking great and tremendously great. But like they're totally different from each other, and they got different stars, and you'll see it's just a different atmosphere down at UCW.
Right. Yeah,
was
going
just
to an independent show is great. It's more atmosphere. Oh, what the hell was that? Sorry, I just saw a wild move on AEW. It's a move, and hell, you could maybe see a guy be on WWE or AEW or any other of the big time wrestling shows and be like, I knew him when, or I knew them when.
Yes.
That's right.
You're liable to catch these guys. Like, Mickey Midas has dabbled in AEW a few times now. I've been on Dark a couple times. You got Marty Clay, WWE's looking at him. You got all these guys that are down here at New South Wrestling and down at any of the independent wrestling shows around Kentucky.
That's right.
You're liable to see these guys like be on the big shows at some point. But
Kirkpatrick said we should come to Supreme Wrestling in Madison, Indiana sometime.
You guys can get to these stars before they become big stars, and you'll be like, damn, I seen this guy wrestle in Lawrenceburg. I seen this guy wrestle in Caverna, down at Cave City.
Marty Clay is a star.
Sometimes,
so we could see him sooner than
later.
Happens,
but we'll try to get there, Kirk.
We'd love to get to every show, but with life, we still got day shows. Guys, if y'all can send us, stars and help promote the podcast, Facebook, YouTube, so we can get monetized more, make more money. We'd love to do this full time for you guys. We'd have more shows. We'd get some more.
Buy some T-shirts.
Yeah, we'd get to more. We can get our own T-shirts. We can get down to more of these shows and put over wrestling.
I'll have some shirts for sale.
Oh, we do have shirts for sale. You go on our down at the bottom of our feed. There's ProWrestlingTees.com. Nice Guy Andy podcast and buy a shirt.
That's right. We got 4 shirts on there.
Buy a shirt from us. Send us some stars.
You can buy a Fandito shirt if you use something to wash your car with.
Yeah,
that should be my shirt time, not his.
We do have a Superfly Johnny Lee shirt available. If you guys want to contact me or Johnny, we can get it. We can get you one from us.
Oh man,
it's like $17.
Rob Conway was there this past Saturday night.
What was it?
Hell yeah, Rob Conway was at Supreme Wrestling this past Saturday night.
We'd love to get up there. We'd love to get to. We got to go to Grindhouse at some point. We got to get Supreme. We got to get to. We got to get to a lot of these shows. We want to even go up to Chicago and check those guys out up there.
Hell yeah.
We will eventually get around to, but supporting the podcast to help us do this full time would be. I would love to do this full time.
And we would love to put up with everyone.
Yeah, and for those that are wondering what the address is to the building for New South Wrestling is 101 Hilltop Drive, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. Johnny?
40342.
That's the zip code.
40342. That's the zip code.
Guys, if you're in Lexington and you want to watch a really cool independent pro wrestling show, especially if you're on the north side, like it only takes like 20 minutes to get there. You go out Versailles, you get to go past the airport, you get to go past Kingland, you get to drive past the awesome castle out there. You go through Versailles, legendary Versailles, and then you go out Tyrone Pike, I think it is. You go over this really cool bridge out in Tyrone Pike that goes over the Kentucky River, I think it is, and then you go up this hill. And Wild Turkey Distillery is up the hill there. You get to see their buildings. They have their Wild Turkey.
They're not outside with a lemonade stand except with the Wild Turkey.
Yeah, the Wild Turkey.
I'd love to drink some Wild Turkey.
You go past there about a mile or two down the road is New South Wrestling. Down there at 101 Big Hill Drive.
Hilltop Drive.
Hilltop Drive. I'm talking,
Big Hill.
Hilltop Drive. I don't know. I think it's somewhere else. I think Big Hill is somewhere else. But Hilltop Drive, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, Suite 2 there. Every seat in the house is freaking awesome. You can see from every seat in the house. You can stand over by the bathroom in the back and still watch. If you're in the line for the bathroom, you can still watch the show.
You could be on that step back there
and
still see the match.
Concession stand.
They have a great concession stand.
Hot dogs.
They're going to be having beer soon, I think.
And it's not just dinky little mini hot dogs. They got them big beef ones.
Oh, they got it's a you eat one of those hot dogs, that's like a dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is because a big.
And they have merch down there, guys.
They got merch.
Get you Sean Johns has got one of their hoodies
I finally
on.
got a shirt from them too.
Yeah, I bought you a shirt you own.
Appreciate it, brother.
Sean bought him a shirt. He didn't buy me shit. It's okay.
Oh, boo to the fucking hell.
I'm jealous, man.
He bought you a new marker. actually.
I did buy you a new Megan.
Yeah, that was Christmas, man.
Oh, you're right.
That's a
You
Christmas
didn't ask
present.
me to get you nothing.
He's not bought you anything since.
I bought you that hooker at one time. Remember
No,
that?
you did not.
On
Okay, I'm
7th
sorry.
Street, yes.
Johnny.
7th
shut
Street
up
hooker.
about
I
your
bought
7th
Sean.
Street looking ass.
You're one to
I
top.
still need to get Johnny a hooker.
Lawrenceburg, Kentucky is also the home of Cole Kirkpatrick.
And Doomsday Pro Wrestling Chaos Rising is April 22nd.
Yeah, we won't allow you to go there. But
Hey, we got also.
Kirkpatrick, thank
also,
you, brother.
don't
And
forget.
yes, Lawrenceburg is the home of
Let
Cole
Sean talk real quick.
Kirkpatrick.
Huh?
Okay, go ahead, John.
Don't forget, XCF is also running an event. It's also going to be in honor of Larry D. So keep your eyes out for that.
Oh yeah, okay. What's the ex who?
XCF, that's Shane Mercer's.
Oh,
wrestling
Shane
promotion.
Mercer was like
Yeah. Shane Mercer, Zodiac, our former podcast champion, and Garrison Creed put on a banger.
Can you believe Shane Mercer
he picked up Zodiac and put him over his head?
over his head and
340
body slammed him?
pounds.
Like, don't not just get him here, but got him up over his head and body slammed Zodiac.
That's why he's a genetic freak.
He is a genetic freak.
He is not
He
human.
was so nice. I met him in the back, man. He was such a great guy. He's such a nice guy. And I can't say nothing else about Garrison Creed. I just like that guy, man.
Man,
Me and
He
him,
was great.
we haze each other a little bit.
I've been a fan
No.
of his since I saw him in 2021.
Yeah, don't want to say nothing bad, but before Tony Presley got there to open the doors for us all to get there, we were all cutting up with Garrison Creed.
Oh, Garrison Creed sat outside with us, man, before like you said, before Anthony got there, and was like just cutting up with us and telling the stories.
About Paul Orndorff and Teabag.
He told a story about Paul Orndorff teabagging somebody
just in the match, just walking up, teabagging
during a show because I think Orndorff couldn't take a bump that day or something because he had a concussion or something, but he ended up teabagging somebody.
Good Lord.
But that was just funny. Garrison, we got to get Garrison in here.
We definitely
said,
do.
Lego, my ego, Diego will not be a Doomsday.
What a great guy, man! Like what Garrison Creed, like
Yeah,
you guys.
he really was.
Check him out on YouTube. Check him out on Facebook. Check him out on Twitter. Go follow this guy. Check out his matches, man. If you guys want to see him wrestle, he's been wrestling down in New South.
And let me just tell y'all, I met him in 2021. I've even got the shirt that he sold me still, and his autograph, and a card that I
sold
keep
his
on my
t-shirt?
wallet.
Why would you steal
Garrison, we're big fans of yours, man.
I stole his
Yeah,
shirt.
we are fans of you, Garrison Creed.
Yeah,
He's
We've
an
been
awesome
on-
guy too.
he's
OVW,
funny.
He's been on
He's hilarious.
Hey,
NWA, New South. He's been everywhere.
he gave this guy a mean glare because this guy said, "Garrison, get over here, try some of this food. You look a little slim, pal."
I was joking with him in the back, and we had the catering. I said, Garrison, you're looking a little slim, man.
And
Get
then-
over and get this food.
And
He
then
just
he came over, he got the
Look
macaroni.
just
He's like,
like I want
"Well, I was
that."
gonna wait until after my match, but okay."
Yeah, he was.
He got
I'm messing with him, man. He's going to end up body slamming me at some
gonna end
point,
up
which is
taking you
great.
in
That
a
would be
match.
awesome. I would definitely take that.
I'd film it.
Yeah, I would
Hell
definitely
yeah,
let
we
him
will.
do that for me to me. That's just awesome.
That is awesome because
I
Garrison
miss
Creed,
Lego Mango. He didn't call in tonight. I'm
Oh,
sorry. I'm
he's a
lying.
great guy.
I'm lying.
What about Carson Drake?
Oh yes, the Golden State
Good
God.
Lord, when he with that damn freaking.
He had the bullhorn down there. He-
Yep, that's
who did
that's
he-
part of it.
He faced Jordan Cage.
Yep.
Oh, he took on the champ down
And
there.
Jordan
yeah.
Cage cheated.
He did
He
not.
he literally let Carson Drake ran into that turnbuckle and smack his own head with his own megaphone.
Yeah.
A nicer guy would tell Carson, "Hey, Carson, turn around. You're running toward the corner."
What
You're
about that guy, Jordan Cage? Man, he's such a fucking champion, right?
He really
Yeah.
is.
He's defended that belt so many times. He beat Shane Mercer
Yep.
that night
Yeah.
and down in Wilmore
Crossfire.
at Crossfire, and
Then
went
he beat Larry D later on that
Yeah.
exact same night for the New South Heavyweight title.
became champion that tonight. He's growing out his hair again,
Yeah,
guys. If y'all miss his hair, he's growing out his hair again. He's got this really cool.
Top notch.
He's got this. What is it like a? It's like a mohawk kind of like.
Maybe. Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the sides cut. He's got his hair. Yeah. Go down. Yeah, Jordan Cage is the New South Wrestling champion. great match that he had with Carson Drake. Carson Drake's a star, man.
He really is.
Jordan Cage is a star. Like,
Actually,
everybody down there, like, I can just sit there and say, hey, this guy's a star. Marty Clay's a star. Marcus Johnson, star.
Mickey Midas.
Mickey Midas, star. Who else?
Myron Reed, star.
Yeah, you had Cal Maggart was there.
Cal Maggart, well,
Yeah,
star.
he dropped the championship to Misery, star.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Misery.
That's right, because Misery looks like a star.
Loves company. Oh, sorry.
I mean,
Garrison Creed, star.
I mean, he did tell Kyle Maggart.
Oh, Lexus Littlefoot, star.
Yes. Hey, she's definitely a bona fide star.
Triple threat women's match for a #1 contendership for the women's title. Ari Alexander walked away with the victory by defeating, in a triple threat match, she pinned Bashley Bones.
Uh-huh.
And also in the triple threat was Alexis Littlefoot. Alexis Littlefoot's shoulders did not touch the mat for 3 seconds.
Has she even been, like...
She has not been defeated at all in New South or Upstart.
I can't even remember somebody even pinning her, like, for a 2 count.
No
not
one
in
has.
New South.
No, I can't remember her even kicking, like, to y'all? No? Like, have she been close to being pinned? No.
I don't think she has. Not even by Paige Jones.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't
She
seen
hasn't
that.
taken a pin in all the times we've seen a wrestler.
Yeah.
That includes at Bar Brawl 3.
Such a star. You guys, if y'all haven't been down...
Hendricks, star.
If y'all, Flint Hendricks, star.
Okay.
If y'all haven't been down the New South to see Lexus Littlefoot, beautiful. She had a beautiful fur coat on. Get you one of her shirts. She's on Instagram. Check out her Instagram. She is a star.
Speaking of shirts, I just so happen to be wearing one of TCW Triple Crown Wrestling shirts.
Johnny, don't take that shirt off the shorts, please.
No, don't tip me with good time, Sean. I think Sean wanted to see it all.
No,
baby.
I don't want to see your
Hey,
hips.
speaking of shirts, look at this man's shirt right here.
Oh, yeah.
NWA.
AJ Kazanza?
AJ
Kazana.
Kazana gave me this shirt personally. I wish I'd have got him to autograph it, but he gave me this shirt. Said that he
said you have great hair.
Me and him are like best friends. He don't know it, but we're best friends.
Yeah.
Is that why you've been stalking him?
I don't stalk people, but yeah, we're
you can tell when he's low on milk, right?
yeah, we're close. We're close to being best friends at this point.
Hey, I know someone that does stalk. Chris Young. He pulled up on Andy. He posted a picture.
Of his house.
He like, I saw Andy's band.
Y'all can't if y'all are cruising around in Lexington. If you want to know where I live at,
he drives a tow truck.
Listen to look. I got a Nice Guy Andy podcast van. It's got graffiti on the sides.
Unfortunately, it's a dead giveaway.
Yeah, you if you drive by my house, you definitely know where I live at.
But yeah, Lego Mego won't be at DPW. That's sad and depressing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And me, Andy, know the full story.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know.
Guess not,
on
just
air.
not
It's none of my business. On air.
Johnny Lee has been researching in journalism, and I don't
Johnny
know
can
what's
do
going
some-
on, but I am a fan of
That's
Diego.
because Johnny has
I'm a fan of Diego. I just don't, I've never, I've seen him wrestle maybe twice.
Diego likes you too.
I'm a fan of Diego's. I hope he gets the proper training that he needs and goes on to
got
become
to
a.
ride with me. That was his pleasure.
I want to see him do some Elvis.
Yeah, I just want him to be I want him to get his professional, get some really good professional training and
And
go
some
on.
dance shoes.
Yeah, and I'm a fan of Dean O'Neill.
Yeah, Dean O'Neill actually impressed me too.
He came in and sat with us for a little bit.
He's always dressed so great, but he challenged Adrian.
He challenged.
He challenged Adrian Alexander, our podcast champion, on the podcast, and I was like, Dean O'Neill, get your ass out of here. I said, you can't just come on my podcast and challenge somebody at the
Why not?
of the quality of Adrian Alexander at this point. I said, you go beat Blue Jeans Levi Blue Jeans,
Yeah,
and
Levi
then come
Blue
back,
Jeans.
and then
Levi
maybe
Blue Jeans.
I don't know
Levi
Levi
Motionless.
Motionless. I don't know who that guy
It's
is.
some guy that wears a hood, calls himself Levi Moses. Everyone,
I don't want to not put him over because I don't know his gimmick. I haven't
Okay.
seen him wrestle or not, but it seems
It's
like
Levi
a pretty
Blue Jeans.
seems like a pretty cool name, Levi Motionless. I don't know.
But who would wrestle a guy named after Blue Jeans?
I don't know. Dean O'Neill. It's going to be a street
Dean
fight, I
O'Neill.
Yeah, it's
think.
gonna be a street fight.
Yeah.
And a stripper on a pole, man.
Dean O'Neill looks like this young. He's always dressed fucking sharp, dude. He's always dressed sharp. He's an upcoming wrestler. I think he hasn't had very many matches,
Yep.
but he's been in the gym practicing and coming around. So I want to shout out Dean O'Neill. Keep it up, buddy. Keep getting you some training and keep having some matches and
He said
hopefully
Levi
at some point.
works at Doomsday Pro Wrestling.
That's true.
Kirkpatrick said.
But hey, a street fight means that Dean O'Neill can inflict intense pain upon Levi at his leisure.
Yeah. So we want to shout out some of the new
So he could
guys.
pick
We
us
shout
up
out
and
some of the
throw him
we
at
shout out
that.
enough stars
Yep.
today.
Heavy motherfucker.
We've
know
shouted out enough
Grammy
stars
nominated.
today. We want to try to get some of the new guys that are trying to come in. Dean O'Neill is associated with the Diamond Cartel, so we just want to shout him out.
That's right.
Yes, he is.
And can we shout out our newest sponsor again?
Shout him out.
Bucks a Muck Catering.
Bucks and Muck Catering, guys. What's the phone number?
Okay, I send it to you.
859 859
866
866
8317.
8317. Bucks and Muck.
Bucks a Muck Catering.
You can find them on Facebook, message them. If you can't find them on Facebook, message me and say, hey, I want to get in contact with Bucks and Mucks. I'll
That's
get you their
right.
link. We'll get you their phone number again. Those guys have got some great food. They'll smoke some food for you. They'll come and cook
They'll
dinner
even
for
cook
you.
vegetarian for you.
Yeah, they cook vegetarian. She had the
vegetarian lasagna back.
vegetarian lasagna was freaking outrageously delicious.
Everybody was trying to fight over that.
The chicken was delicious.
Yeah,
the
it was.
barbecue was
Man.
delicious. She makes her own barbecue sauce.
Yep.
Man, can't
Thank you, Ben Roberts.
I tell you what, though, that food had me on the edge of my seat. Not only did she cook for New South, she cooked for us too.
Oh yeah, it was
Got
mainly
to
for
go
us.
inside back.
It was mainly for us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
I
those
just
wrestling
share
stars.
with the New South guys.
Podcast stars
Tony's
are
gonna whoop
important.
the shit out of all of us
Huh?
for that.
Who,
Not
has-
me, because I never said anything.
who
Oh,
said?
you a lie.
Oh
I'm
man,
an angel.
we had our mouths full when he was over there trying to talk on the podcast.
Yeah.
Man, I don't usually. I know I'm kind of fucking stupid, I guess, but I don't usually like macaroni and cheese. But man, her
was
macaroni
good.
and cheese was delicious.
Smoked.
Huh?
It had to have been smoked.
It was so good, wasn't
It
it?
was.
Like, I'm particular about macaroni and cheese. I like it a certain way. And man, the way she made it was like creamy and just delicious. It was freaking awesome.
Man, I'm telling you guys, you want someone to do catering for you? Hit up Bucks and Muck because, like Andy said,
They'll cater whatever you want.
yes, they
Oh,
will.
and her coleslaw was delicious.
Oh, that
Like
coleslaw.
coleslaw is one of my favorite.
That
Foods.
coleslaw was better than KFC's by a mile.
Oh man, coleslaw was
I
one of
got
my
coleslaw from
favorites.
anywhere, KFC's on top. It's
What else did they have? They had-
KFC's.
They had the smoked chicken, like
Yeah,
those
the
chicken
pulled
breast.
pork.
Man, like when I was eating that chicken breast, like the chicken legs, like the meat just fell off the bone into
Yes,
my
it
mouth.
did.
Was like it just melted in my mouth. It was so good.
It really did.
I mean,
I'll
you
tell
don't even
you.
need teeth to eat her food, man.
Exactly.
It just melts in your mouth. It's just delicious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They had
And
baked
she's willing to
beans
travel.
that I'm sure were smoked because they were good.
What was it?
They had baked beans.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I forgot
hey,
about the
Bill,
baked
hey,
beans.
Bill.
Oh my God, how did I forget about those baked beans?
Oh yeah.
You're still mouth watering, Abe,
Yeah.
after you
Bucks a Muck 859-866 8317 859-866-8317 Bucks a Muck
and they're
Catering.
willing to travel.
They're willing to travel. She just acts like she just wants to feed everybody.
Hell yeah, she does. That's good home cooking.
Yeah. So
And like she said, she's looking for more work, guys. So hit her up her phone, blow it up, and tell her Nice Guy Andy sent you.
Nice Guy Andy podcast sent you, and just tell her that you heard it here first.
That's right. Beat his ass. Hit him with the whatever the hell that is.
That's a.
You got the black.
nails in it.
You got the
What
Blackpool Combat.
hell? Don Callis over.
Did
Hey,
he
look
really?
at his shoes, Johnny.
Yeah, you some bitch. Not again. Andy,
What's
we've been talking about sparkly shoes, and look at this. He's wearing them.
Johnny's got
Uh-oh.
sparkling
Kenny
yellow
Omega's going to be
underwear.
mad at.
Beat his ass,
He
Kenny.
said, "What are you doing, pulling Don Fellas down?"
This is Jim Cornette's wet dream right here. Seeing two of the people that he
Speaking of which,
hates.
this is a Jim Cornette T-shirt in the crowd.
Exactly.
It is. Front row.
Hey, I love me some Jim Cornette.
Yeah.
You
I
said
think
you hated
everybody
Jim Cornette
does.
Yesterday.
What?
You said you hated him yesterday.
That was yesterday. Today is today.
He just don't want to be teabagged by him.
Hey, he teabags Twinkle Toes right
He
there.
does not teabag Kenny Omega.
He
He
would.
would be caught dead in the same room with Kenny.
He'd probably teabag him if
He'd
he
shake
was
his
paid a lot.
hand. They'd give each other a reach round.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For enough money.
Guys,
Jim Cornette will.
We've been on here
at
we've been here
We've been on
2
about 2
hours,
hours.
guys. It just seemed went really fast, guys. I love bullshitting with you guys. Sean Johns, the Wrestling Encyclopedia,
That is me.
and we got Superfly Johnny Lee.
Yeah.
him.
Love these guys to death. These guys are they go to these wrestling things with me. They come in here. We all do this for free, guys. None of us get paid to do this. We any money that is given by Stars or anything donated to us, all sponsorship money goes towards the production of podcast. We would appreciate if you guys want to donate, and you see our stuff on Facebook. Send us some stars because every little bit helps. I do come out of my pocket sometimes for the podcast because I'm the main sponsor, I guess. Sponsor my own shit. But like at some point, we would love this to pay for itself. This to make us a little money. We'd love to do this full time. I know Sean Johns would love to do this full time. I know Johnny Lee does do this full time. He is dedicated to the podcast. Anytime you see the Facebook, not all the time, but Johnny Lee is probably about 80% of the posts that are made on the Facebook page. I try to chime in. I got a day job and other stuff going on too. But Johnny Lee is working at this thing forever. So shout out Johnny Lee. Go join Johnny Lee's Facebook page. Give him a follow. Check out Johnny Lee's Fandito YouTube page. All produced by Johnny Lee. All the skits on there are produced by Johnny Lee. Check out Sean Johns on Facebook. Go give him a follow and like. Go to watch the Nice Guy Andy podcast YouTube channel. Go and check out Sean Johns doing a little singing on there.
Yes. Check it
That's
out because
beautiful.
I-
He has a
like to
beautiful
say,
voice.
What goes around makes my.
Check out his singing there. We caught him singing and we taped him
It
back.
was such beautiful
Johnny,
singing.
shut up.
Awesome,
about his nut
awesome,
job.
awesome shit. And check out Bobby Blade on YouTube.
Please
Greatest
check out Bobby Blade.
YouTube.
He's pitting everybody
He does not
like he's
Get
pitting.
monetized. He just wants to put the.
Oh, Max said, hold up. Max says that just chimed in. He said, April 29th, 2023. Legends Never Die Symphony at Kentucky Symphony at City Hall Gym. That's right, people. That's the event where AJ Alexander is going to be taking on Mickey Midas for our title.
Exactly.
And if you want to know all other matches come out there, check out the page because Max Slay has been
And
posting
the
them all.
proceeds from that show are to help Larry D and his family.
Guys, if
Whether
y'all
you
are down,
like Larry D or not is irrelevant. He is a human being, and there are children involved.
and he's a fucking superstar, man. He was on Impact. He's a damn superstar
Damn straight.
wrestler. He's gave his body and his mind and his heart to this fucking business, guys. You need to pay him back a little bit. Check him out. But he has a great school down there in Cynthiana that he teaches people like Kellen Craven and Alexis Littlefoot and all those guys that are down there in that Legends wrestling school. And it's so affordable, guys. If you guys want some professional wrestling, get a hold of those guys. You would not believe how affordable his school is. I think he just does it because he loves the fucking game, man. He just loves wrestling. Guys, he has a business. It's called Legends Handyman thing, I think.
Handyman in construction.
Yeah. What is it?
Handyman and Construction.
It's Legends, I think. It's on
Legends,
our Facebook page.
Legends Handyman and Construction.
We've shared it a few times. Check out Larry D's. They got a Herman Page have a GoFundMe because their house burnt, and they're trying to add on to his mom and dad's house so they can go over there and help his dad. Has cancer. Prayers for his dad with cancer. Larry's awesome. Larry has said that he will come on the podcast at some point, and we're not rushing him, but we will have Larry D on the podcast at some point. We had Paige on. Paige was so entertaining. Great person. I didn't know who she was before. I'd talked to her a couple times. But when she came on the podcast, blew us the fuck away. Yeah. I would love to have her on again. I would love to get her and Priscilla in here to talk astrology and ghosts and stuff like that. We're trying to make that happen. But at this point, I want to let these two guys say, I've talked enough. I'm going to let these guys say what they need to say, and then we're going to get the hell off here.
All right. I'll go first, Johnny, because you always make me anyway. Like to take this time. Thanks, Andy and Johnny. You guys are always great. I started out having a bad day, then I get here. About 10 minutes after getting here, we're cutting up, laughing. Totally forget my phone. It's not trivial. Rated X calling in. It's always a pleasure to sit under his learning tree.
I could talk to that dude every day.
Flynn,
me too.
That was a great Kirk.
I could talk to that guy every day. Flynn Hendricks. I can talk to him every day.
That's right.
Was great. Everybody was good. Everybody check out New South Wrestling. This coming Saturday, $15 tickets, y'all. Family 4-pack for $50. You save $10 on that if you do the math right. Everybody else, and stay nice, everybody.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone that tuned in tonight, because without you, we couldn't do what we do. I want to thank Jimmy Walls, Rated X, for channeling that inner Rated X and talking to us, because, damn, it feels good to hear you, and I can sit underneath that learning tree for days. And I want to thank you, Flynn Hendricks, for calling in, because, brother, you're awesome. Brandon Wolf, thank you for checking out Inside the Comments.
Thanks, Brandon Wolf.
Plowman. And Kirkpatrick, we appreciate you.
Always a pleasure, Kirk.
And Andy, great job.
Thank you very much.
Hey,
Max, you messaged us, Max. Come on the fucking podcast, Max.
Come on, Max.
Hey, I would love to get Max on here.
Me, Max, and a Mike. Tremendous podcast, guys. Check that out. You guys, if y'all don't have a studio to use, Max, come up here and use the Nice Guy Andy podcast studio.
Me, Max, and a Nice Guy Andy podcast.
No, y'all don't have to do that. Come up and then record me, Max, and a Mike. Anytime you guys you want to, I of course I gotta be free, but let me know and we'll figure out something, guys.
Yes,
and he'll produce the show.
Y'all do have fans, and people are missing that show. Max, you're invited to come and sit in this chair next to me anytime. Of course.
Don't play with hands.
Of course, we'd have to find a day that's open because we booked the podcast about a month in advance. But we would love to have Max Sled in here.
I'll tell you now, the podcast. It seems like these wrestlers come to me to get booked.
Yeah,
half the time.
Baby.
Yeah.
Where's the green?
What is it? The green belt. Yeah, I got it. I got to get it back. It's up at Royal X, right? Yeah. And check out Royal X for all your internet. Check out Royal X for all your internet gaming needs. Tell them Nice Guy Andy podcast sent you, and I'll give you $5 in free play. Check out Royal Dark later on that night, 10 o'clock to 4 a.m. in the morning. For all your internet gaming needs, up late. Those guys stay up late for you. They will put you on and let you play their games. And Bucks and Muck, like we said. Check those guys out. Catering. They got some food for you. And New South Wrestling.
Oh, and don't forget the belts on this table.
No, I'm going to try it this time, Johnny. We got these 3 belts here. They're made by the man from Pakistan, the man himself, Muhammad Jafar. Reach out to him on Facebook or reach hold of one of us. We'll get hold of the man. He'll make you a great deal on your own custom belt, or he'll take a belt that's already in existence and sell you that. It will take some time coming from Pakistan, but that's just what are you going to do? But he does great work. We've ordered what? Up to 12 belts?
I've had, about 10 belts I've bought from him.
10 or 11 belts we bought from him.
And the belt that Adrian right now holds was made by him.
The belt that Adrian holds, our Nice Guy Indie Podcast champion.
Thank you, guys.
He has done this. Okay, sorry, Johnny. I know I took your job, but you're better at it than I am.
He took your seat, so, huh?
That's fine.
He took your seat. You took his job.
I took it, and I'll plug that. So, no, I'm kidding.
Like I said, guys, follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. The Twitch has been down for about a week or two. I need to get us back up on that. We do this part-time. Johnny does it full-time, but me and Sean have day jobs, and check us out. Donate to us.
I love it.
Share us, like us, share us anytime you get a chance, because this podcast gets bigger. We'll be able to give you more content. We'll be able to bring you the wrestlers into the studio that that you guys want. It's been an exciting run so far. We don't plan on going anywhere, but the bills are coming in, and we do need help. But we're we do need your support. So if you're not having fun,
you ain't getting none.
Damn Skippy.
Yeet, yeet.
Yeet, yeet.
Yep. Nice Guy Andy Podcast.
Skullface Records.
That ain't what your mama says. I'm Johnny.
If he keeps popping off at the mouth, I'm gonna be his daddy.
Anyways, you guys go on your little rinky-dink bullshit podcast.
Oh, yeah!
Those were expensive shoes. You guys got diamonds custom made.
Oh, dear Lord.
That's right.
This is a Zodiac. I'm telling you now, meditate, elevate, and dominate. Do it with the Nice Guy Indie Podcast.
Do it like a Zodiac.
Hell yeah. Thanks, man.
I'm gonna be his. If he keeps popping off at the mouth, I'm gonna be his daddy.
Anyways,
That ain't what your mama said.
anyways,
His
That
leg
ain't
like
what your
you
mama
guys
said.
go on your little rinky.
Lord. Oh, yeah! Oh, dear Lord. Oh, yeah!
Anyways,
That ain't what your mama said. That ain't what your mama
Any
said.
man that look, if he keeps popping off at the mouth, I'm gonna be his daddy. Which he's
Hey, shut your mouth.
but JJ over beer. But JJ, but JJ stinks like stuck pussy. You gonna want beer all day, every day. But now if it stinks,
Hey, shout out Phenomenal Finds ATL, guys. We met them, and they gave us a T-shirt.
I forgot about that.
Check them out.
That's right.
and check out these guys right here. Hold on.
Check out my ball sack on the OnlyFans.
This right here. TCW people. TCW. Now check out some ball sacks too.
Check out my ball sacks on OnlyFans. Only Drews.
And check out the Only Hoes. Also, check out Sean John's Wrestling Encyclopedia OnlyFans, where he has everything that he has to date on his asshole. Right there for all you.
No.
And check out mine, Superfly Hoe.
That ain't what your mama said.